Good.
Yeah.
He's going to go up to the butcher and get one of those 10 out of 10 pies.
There you go.
Can clap.
How good.
We're good. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Superior Podcast. I'm back with Angus, and today our guest is Billy from McKinnon's Cruisers. Thanks for coming out, man.
No worries, mate. Thanks for having us.
No problem at all. You've got way too many cool builds out there on the road that have been happening. How's it all tracking down there?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we got a fair bit going on down there.
Yeah.
Last check, we had 29 active builds.
Holy smokes.
We jump through and do any and everything to whatever. And
yeah. How many are you guys up to now, roughly?
Turnkeys?
Track.
We've got a board that we track for the year.
Yeah.
So far this year, we're at 7 cars.
Okay.
We've got 2, nearly 3 that will be finished this month.
Yeah.
So, it's not like those cars are getting built fast. They're 12-month, 18-month cars, some out to 2 years.
Yeah.
A lot of the builds come in with one goalpost and then they just move.
Yeah.
So it's never just how it sets out, but...
It's never how it sets out.
No.
It always evolves and changes,
No.
especially over 12 to 18 months.
Well, a lot of the cars that we do build are for customers that want their dream car.
Yeah.
Right.
So they've had all the new cars, they like them, but they like the old Land Cruiser with modern drivetrain.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you had a customer that he replaced his TRXs, his daily, with a...
Yeah. So he sold his, it was 840 horse TRX Ram. It was an animal.
Yeah, yep.
And I was doing a 6080 at the time, and he's like, I love that car, LS, 6-speed, and he's like, I want to build something like that. And that was just a mild 6080 build. It ended up going LS3. We put a Harriet blower on it.
Yeah.
And then kept that thing sort of I suppose you'd call it like a Japanese style resto mod in a way.
Yeah, cool.
Factory bumpers, front and rear, nice chrome grille, and some fancy interior. And that's his daily driver. He drives that into the city every day.
That's nuts.
And he loves it. Yeah.
Easier to get around in than a TRX though.
Yeah.
Cruisers are big, but
Yep.
TRXs are just uncomfortably large.
Yeah.
In the city at least, yeah.
That's right.
In my opinion, something like that is way cooler than a TRX as well.
It's beautiful.
I would 100% much rather drive.
Yeah.
I've seen that car on social media and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
100%, I'm taking that every day of the week over a TRX.
Yeah, well, it's a banger, eh? It's 440 horse, still all drive.
Yep.
Tiptronic 6-speed, and aircon, central locking, all the mod cons.
Yeah.
Apple CarPlay, it's
everything.
you need this and that in it, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's comfy, it's quiet, it's got plenty of balls.
Yeah.
So that whole ethos, that whole way of approaching the builds that you do,
Yeah.
because you come from street cars, your background, you grew up like most of us with a dad that was a rev head.
Yep.
Your old man's a rev head.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's a hoon.
And so how did that, growing up in that, because I know how I transitioned to four-wheel drives from that, but how did you go, because your first four-wheel drive was a single cab Hilux, wasn't it?
My first road registered car was,
road registered,
I had, at 11 years old, my old boy and me, we bought a 89 Suzuki Sierra.
Yep.
Had a Corolla 4A in it.
Same. I had the exact same as a kid.
Yep. we put 31-inch mud tyres on the front and slicks on the back. And we had a farm that we used to just hoon around in.
Yeah.
And I learned how to full drive in that.
Yeah.
There's some videos of it on YouTube. Me, 11 years old, my sister, she was 8. And we're rally packing that thing through hills and creeks and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
That was the first one, but my very first registered full drive was an 84 SR5 Hilux.
Yeah.
It had a 229 Chev V6, twin carbs.
Don't see that combo much anymore, eh?
Mate, it was the 2000s or late 90s style Hilux.
Yeah.
Had the old CSA 15 by 10 wheels.
Hell yeah.
Ranchos, the old,
RS
the old Hilux setup.
Yeah.
And I used to wheel that poor thing. Every weekend I'd blow a center in it.
Yeah.
I was an apprentice carpenter back when I had that thing, so I was travelling from Jim Broomba to Warner building houses with my cousin.
Are you doing like Warner Lakes?
Yeah,
right.
back when that kicked off. And the thing used to get like 180 Ks to a tank. It used to cost me a
Shocking.
fortune. And then, one day it backfired, like when I was starting it to go to work, and the carby and everything just caught on fire. And I was like, nah, I'm done with this. So I put a 2.8 diesel in it, and that was terrible.
It's never. You went a sideways move. It's not, you haven't gone forward. It's sideways. Yeah.
I went for the economy card, and it was good. But, it was 100 Ks an hour, screaming its guts out.
Rough on the beach, eh?
It was dog shit.
Just chill.
But it got me through it. It started me off. So
Yeah. Because
that
that would have been like what, 08, 09?
Yeah, 18, and then I sort of like work progressed, and I needed a better work ute to tow me trailer and cart gear and that. So I brought a 75.
Yeah.
HZJ 75, and that was a good ute.
Is it yellow?
No, it was a white one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a white one. It just turbo HZ.
Oh yeah.
And it went good. And I wanted to do a coil swap on that back then, but I couldn't justify ruining my work ute.
It's hard when it's your daily.
And not, like we were carting tons of gravel and timber and all the gear for jobs. So I kept that as my work ute, and then I bought a 47 off a bloke in Ipswich, and that was my first 80 chassis swap.
The black girl.
Yeah, old Betty.
Because that was like 2010-ish, 2011-ish.
Yeah.
You were building and wheeling that thing.
Yeah, it was about 20.
We met on a May Day full drive weekend a long time ago, and you had it. I don't think you'd gone to an LS as yet.
No, I had turbo HZ in it.
Yep. And that was, you still have the number plates now, the 47 Addy.
That's right. They were the first ones. Yeah, that thing, that was the first one I did. Like, I was inspired by a bloke in the States. He built a 4580. It was a 2UZ conversion, a really cool car.
That's cool.
And I was like, I'm doing that. That is cool.
Yeah, because you wheeled that thing. That made heaps of glasshouse appearances, Ripley appearances, like anywhere
Cruiser
you
Park.
could take that thing.
We raced it a bit up at Farm Fest.
You did Rock Sports?
Did all that.
You got the LS swap for that.
That's right. Yeah, that was the first event. It was straight piped. It was so... it was from Logan.
There is pictures. There is pictures of it like sideways, like you've got like full steering lock into it, and Superior sticker down the door. But it's because before that Rock Sports, you cut all the bar work off and went again. Hey, that's when it got the real wild.
Yeah. So I had a bit of an exo cage I put together on it, and we're out wheeling one night at Scenic Rim, and for some reason, Michael Sweeney told me to lead the buggy class down one of the gullies, and I went off the edge and just rolled end over down in this gully. They recovered me, and after that I was like, nah, we need some proper roll bars.
Sweeney would push people for that too.
Him and Ezzy, it was a stitch up.
Just proper stitch up.
And that was I booked it into Bud's Customs.
Yeah.
We did a hybrid front diff with a flip arm. Bypass shocks, and did like a full CCDA style cage for it. And then it just got out of control. Yeah,
it did, because you probably only got about a 3-year run out of it, like in that sort of orientational build style. She got tired. I thrashed that poor thing for a fair while and neglected it, and it got abused. But it was a good setup.
What was the point from that car doing that where you started turning it into a business? Like, when did you go like, I'm just going to jump?
So I had that ute. I basically blew the gearbox up in it, and it sat at home. Our first child, Hudson, come on the scene, and the ute was just sitting there, and I wanted a wagon. I always liked the troop carriers. Never really had any, like Dad's always had shorties and utes, but the troopies were always the donor cars, which we cut a lot of really nice cars up back in the day for parts. I kicked myself.
I know, man.
Like troopies are the hardest one to find, but I basically, I found a troop carrier on a farm out the back of Wandai, and pulled it home, pulled the LS and the goodies. Like, I had hybrid diffs and 4L80s and all this, like, all these tricks that I was going to put in my black ute.
Yeah.
And I ended up putting the troop carrier together. So I robbed all the goodies out of that, and then that car sat for a bit. Eventually I sold it. Yeah. And that's the Troopy come about.
You and Critty had a crack at a crawler in there as well. Or maybe he was involved.
Yeah, we did. Across the road from where I was living, Paul had a 40 series rock crawler that we were putting together.
Yeah.
With
is that what it was?
Yeah,
okay.
It was on race jackers and
GUs
and that.
I remember, that was cool.
It was a pretty sick car.
It was very cool.
It ended up getting, I'm pretty sure it got drivable.
Yeah.
But I haven't spoken to Paul in years, but I'd say he'd still have it. It was a cool, really cool setup.
Well, that Troopy, like that first sort of, like you said, progression towards what is now McKinnon's Cruisers, because that the way that was built and finished was a pretty significant turning point in, I suppose, your vision of the 4080 hybrids, like vastly different to the way the Black Ute was built.
Yeah.
And obviously built for a different purpose, but I think you towed that thing home in like March of 15 and it appeared at your wedding in April of 16. So it was like a 12-month turnaround.
Yep. We knocked it out. It was like I had a few ideas from the original car and I sort of just combined them into the wagon. It was a pretty simple sort of build, like 2-inch spring, coil setup, still radius arm, like nothing fancy. It had like a VZ LS1 and I put a turbo 400 behind it and an NP205.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice and simple.
It was good. I turboed it in stock form and that was fun. And then just chasing more power and blowing motors up.
How was that lead up to your wedding? Because I think come back from paint like mid-March. You were married like early April.
Yeah, so like our wedding was in early April, and I had that car like together, me and the mates. So I had like a good crew of blokes, and it was basically an excuse to drink beer in my shed. It was awesome. So that whole lead up to that date was just midnight finishes, assembling the car, like engineered on like the Monday, and then we're at the wedding on the Wednesday.
But you're also not a business at this point. No. So much building cars, so you're still chipping.
Day job.
Still day job.
Yeah. So working down in the port and 6 till 2s come home, and then 2 till midnight every day for weeks and weeks and weeks. And
it's hectic. And
it was good.
It's a good wedding car. It's done a few weddings.
It's done a lot of weddings, mate.
It's done a lot of weddings. The wind blew it over at Jan Owen.
Yeah,
knocked it over.
Yeah,
it was a hectic wind.
I don't know what happened there. It just ended up on its lid. It was almost like it was photoshopped.
It feels very photoshopped. But yeah, that was like June, I think. So that was only like 8 weeks after your wedding, and then like 8 weeks later, it popped up at my mate's wedding. Like fixed it, but
well, I had a few weddings after I'd like booked in. Like I rolled it.
Yeah.
And and trailed it pretty hard, and we turned that around in like 2.5 weeks because I didn't want to let these people down. Like they wanted this car, so we got it back together for them. And
it was having witnessed that, it was a pretty aggressive, just like wheels lid move. So
it felt aggressive. It was like I wasn't expecting it. Like
I don't think anyone is.
I'd done a few hoops in it before on gravel, but. You know, the play pen at Genoan can be pretty lumpy. Yeah. And I found it.
You did.
But you get that.
It's a cracking car. So so you built the Troopy, and then Hudson, you said he was born about 17, wasn't he? So is that the point where you start to think, I need to start another business and have 2 jobs?
Well,
no. What does it go?
So I work for the family business.
Yeah.
So my dad's a builder.
Yeah.
We did a lot of industrial maintenance, service station work, and that progressed into some maintenance down at Buller Island, one of the cement manufacturing plants. And my old boy had been toying with the idea of retiring for a few years, and every year we'd do a year, and he'd be like, it's Christmas, I've had enough. Oh no, I'll do one more. I was like, whatever, like I don't care. Like, I'm just going to keep working. It's all good. Anyway, the 3rd year rolled around to that. And the old boy's like, oh no, I'll give it another one. I'm like, all good. I'm going to start, because I'd built the Troopy. I started getting a bit of a following with that car.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, can you make me that part? And I was like, yeah, I can make you that part. And I just started making bits and pieces. And I was like, well, like it's to the point now where this is probably a viable business.
Yeah.
I can start doing something. So I kicked off McKinnon's Cruisers. And then like a month later, Dad turns around and goes, nah, I'm done. Have it. Here's the business. Here's everything. I've had a gutful.
That's yours.
I'm like, oh, here we go. So
Good bloke.
yeah, it was, I'd booked in 2 or 3 cars to do conversions on.
Yeah.
One ute was like a full 4080 LS swap, you know, back then. And then, it was just big hours after that.
Yeah.
I met a fella through one of the 40 series pages on Facebook.
Yeah.
Steve, he's my Boilermaker. He's our main design guy. He's one of the greats. I met him, I sold him a motor, and we just got yarning about designing parts, and like all the stuff we used to make back then I'd hand make. So
Yeah.
like hand cut with a plasma, like cardboard templates.
Yeah.
That's awful.
And I was doing body mount kits and making them by hand, and
Jesus.
it'd take days
Yeah.
to make all this stuff. And I was doing it because people wanted the parts.
Yeah.
So I hit Steve-O up. I was like, you know how to use a computer and like CAD design? He's like, oh, I've done a little bit of it. He's a boilie and he's just like fiddled around with it.
Yep.
And we made our first set of cab mounts for one of the builds we did.
Yeah.
And then we just started from there, just designing engine mounts and cross members. And
Was the orange Middy around the starting point of the business?
the orange
13B?
The orange Middy, so that car originally was a shorty.
Yeah.
It was had a B series motor in it.
Yeah.
And Steve come to buy a 13 BT for it off me, and I sold him the motor, and that's sort of how we met.
Yeah.
And then it would have been 6 months of work, and like he come in after hours from where he was working, and we were fabbing, and
Mucking
we were
around.
getting through it, you know,
Yeah.
getting a fair bit of a catalogue going. And I'm like, well, let's put this motor in. So I went and picked up the car from, he was living at Ripley at the time.
Yeah.
So we went up, picked the car up, and picked the motor up, and I'm driving back, and I sent him a message. I'm like, we should put this on an 80 chassis. And he's like, oh, I don't know. Anyway, I convinced him.
Good.
and that's where that first mid-wheelbase build came
Yeah.
about, was that that car.
It was cool, that car, like
Yeah.
13 BT, and
That was
and just a
awesome.
Middy. Like no one in this country was really the only variation from Shorty, Ute, and Troopy we'd seen was like you'll remember the car years ago. A bloke was doing a 1VD dual cab. I forgot what forum that was on, but
Yeah.
I don't think that ever got finished. But that was like the only thing that was like a variation from all those sort of standard kind of 40 builds, and then
Yep.
you popped up with the Middy, and it was
Yeah.
like that's just so cool.
Yeah, there was a couple. Like the Middies, we didn't get Australian release of them, so
Yeah.
there was a few that went into New Zealand, but
Yeah,
we
that's,
were
that's
like,
what I thought. I'm like,
Yeah.
was the
I
Middy
just
not a
meant,
car?
like we didn't get them here. So
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I'm like, shows how much I know about Toyota. I thought a Middy was like a thing.
yeah,
A Middy's a thing.
yeah, there was a few personal imports, but not a whole lot. I've only ever seen 2 in Australia.
Yeah, right.
And like we were set on the whole mid-wheelbase thing, and we were sort of restricted with how far we could shorten an 80 chassis back then.
Yeah.
So we, like, maximum we could knock out of it with engineering back then was 300 mil.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, right.
you took 300 out of there, you put 300 in the cabin,
Yeah.
and that's how we got that mid-wheelbase sort of thing rolling.
You pulled 450 for the slant back, didn't you?
That so that slant back one we did, that was similar measurements, but I built like the whole rear end of the car from the
Okay.
B pillar, so we made it where we wanted it,
Okay.
and so we got our proportions right.
Worked out
with that
nicely.
one. That's a beautiful car. That one, I love it.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
the owner of it loves it too.
It's pretty cool.
Sweet.
We'll be able to put pictures on so people
Yeah.
watching
Yeah,
can
definitely,
see. Well, we got lots of
Yep.
pictures.
Yeah, there's some
lid skins
cool,
and
look what
47s.
running
Yeah.
down the driveway.
all
like,
sorts
it's-
of carnage.
Yeah, well, the shop truck 2.0, she's M57 ZF6.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, she's cool.
I love that car. Out of all of them, out of all the ones we built that car in 5 weeks.
Yeah,
It is so reliable, good on fuel, plenty of power, workhorse.
Original blue.
Yeah, Cadet. Yeah.
Hard to get those
It's
Cadet
so
cabs.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it is just a great setup, and like basic as.
Yeah.
Like none of the door seals work. It's got no aircon. Like The flooring inside's questionable. Like it's just
But every time it pulls into the car park at work, the boys will come from everywhere. Like, oh, that's sick.
I'm sure everyone does.
it's a conversation starter anywhere you go.
Yeah, it would be like
it's
it's
awesome.
patina. It looks awesome, but then it's got that good motor, driveline, and that in it, and 80 chassis. So it's freaking cool.
So you've got to work on and build like some very cool cruisers.
Yep.
But like there's the FJ45V from Tom Price, like that wagon you guys did a bit of work on there. That's cool as.
That was nice.
What's been your favourite combination vehicle, like engine driveline?
Mate, it's a hard one. Like I'm an LS guy.
Yeah.
I love my LS engines, and rightfully so. They're the best
Mitch
package
loves his LS engines.
for majority of cars we
barely
do.
runs, and I love it.
We all do. We all love them.
The best motor I think I've done would probably be an LS3 combo.
In the 60,
Yeah.
506 horse.
Yeah, so that 6080 of mine, we've just finished putting a 8HP 70 in it.
Yeah.
So Dan from Mate Speed hooked us up with some goodies and got it tuned. That was a bit of a head basket trying to get that thing sorted. But it's so it's it's got a circle track motor in it, CT.
Okay.
525. It's not the right motor for it. It's got the world's biggest cam.
Works.
You go wheeling in it. Well, I don't. I let my wife drive that car when we go wheeling, and she hates it. So I
It's a
use the
rough
ute.
drive.
So she's learned how to tame the beast in that
That's
thing.
awesome.
It's rude, but
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like my LSs. Diesels. I've always been an FTE guy.
Yeah, big FTE guy.
Ever since doing my ute, M57 is like those Euros, mate. The BMW platform is unbelievable. Yeah.
And pretty readily available.
Yeah.
Like so many patrol guys are using them.
Yep.
In fact, I was saying to some of the boys at work yesterday, the most common engine swap I'm seeing in patrols now are M57s and FTEs.
Yeah.
Like no one wants Nissan motors anymore. But
Well-
Nissan motors are junk.
Yeah.
They always have been.
Well, it's reflective of our part sales too. So we did a lot of Barra stuff.
Yeah.
So Barra 8105, we sort of went like one of the first with adapters and stuff with PJs and that.
yeah.
The decline of Barra conversion is like M57 has taken that
Yeah, it's balanced.
completely. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
okay.
M57 and then N. So N series now, the newer version.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've only just started development of those, but I was very skeptical on the European diesels. So
Same. I was always skeptical when people started doing it because I understood it for like you watch some of the European guys. It's great because they literally buy a whole car for 500 euros
Yeah.
and they've got it, so they get another one. Over here, it's a bit more expensive. So
Still
it was,
worthwhile.
and it was like if they
Yeah.
don't work out properly, because over there, like the guys punch like 400 horsepower and drive them like they're insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always wondered in Australia, will it work? But
Yeah.
you're obviously saying that it's great.
Well, I built my first shop truck and that ran a bit of a different motor. It's a 4.2 litre out of an F truck. So MWM diesel. Not a very sought after engine, but tough as nails.
Yeah, goes home.
I had it surplus from a mate's engine conversion. We pulled that out of his F truck, put a Cummins in it.
Dale's truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
So
did that on yours as well, didn't you?
You played F. Yeah.
I've done a lot of them. Yeah.
I was
yeah.
going to say you played F truck a lot. You extra
Yeah.
your F truck.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, convert it from single to extra, but like the Cummins conversion for the big cars like that, unreal.
Unbeatable.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we did the MWM and I got Harley from Whistle and Soot to make me a 6-in-1 manifold and I did a pretty cool turbo setup and the thing went good. Like I was pretty happy with it. And then I went to Melbourne and I met Ash from Fusion Fab and he took me for a drive in his patrol and back then it was M57 N2 with an 8-speed
Yeah.
and I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like
I'm
I've
playing with garbage.
thousands on pumps, injectors and turbos and it made like 230 horsepower and it went good.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And then I go on this thing, it's standard, it's remapped. He's adapted an 8-speed behind it, factory trans brake.
Can't
And
go
it
wrong.
was like 10 litres to the 100, smooth as silk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
Can't
it.
beat it.
I come home and M57 and then we put that thing together.
Yeah.
And now you've got Ryan
Yeah.
buying M57s
Oh,
like
it's,
Center too.
I've converted a lot of my mates.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So nearly every bloke that works for us is somehow got some sort of M57 thing going.
Thing? Yeah.
couple of young fellas I got there. Felix has just finished doing his 105 M57 N. Yeah,
They're
it's
everywhere.
great. Yeah, it's good, man. And they're, like, you pick a car up for like $3,000.
Yeah.
Pull out, like, we literally will roll them in the shed, sawzall everything out we need, and then dump, like, the scrap.
Scrap.
The cars are, they're
It's
worth
going to get
nothing.
scrapped.
That's
anyway.
exactly right. They're worth 50 cents.
Just take them to one list and move
That's
on.
the go. So, yeah, right. So you're doing, you guys are mucking around at the Middy and starting to, I suppose, do production of adapt, like, because you're doing the cab mounts, you're doing bumpers with recovery points and that. Like, so that's where it's starting to grow.
Yep.
Making the shed bigger, and then baby number 2.
Yeah.
same
Ruby
time?
rolled along.
Yeah.
And we sort of, like, it got to the point then where we needed another employee. So I was still doing maintenance and stuff, and like we had, like, the maintenance side, I had at one point like 12 employees.
Yeah, wow.
And it was a big setup. And I had another bloke come in, help us out, Kyle.
Yeah.
And he was at uni, so he was doing mechanical engineering.
Okay.
And he'd come in and do a few days a week here and there, and then later down the track become full time with us. And
Yeah.
he's it's just it's unreal, like, how far it's come from just knocking a bit of shit together in the shed to like what we're doing now.
Yeah.
And like we're still, I suppose, in a way growing and refining what we do.
Yeah.
And like 90% of the products we make, our cars are the cars that we built it for.
You're right. Yeah, exactly.
So like we've tested the product, we know it works. If it needs changes, then I try and do as much R&D on something I
doing
can
the
before I
R&D.
give it to someone.
Yeah.
It's the main thing why I got into it. I was getting parts from companies and it just wasn't fitting.
They just weren't right.
And I was over it. I'm like, let's just make our own stuff.
Yeah. Sounds like you bypass mounts, mate.
Oh,
Yeah, I
They do
remember
like
them.
3 kits.
Yeah.
well, I think I've been like 3 kits, hydro bumps. I just cut it all out, put on coilovers. Just like that.
Yeah.
Bought a tube bender and I was like,
Yep.
coilovers will
Yeah,
waste
noise.
It's just brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we got to be running out of cruisers, but
So we were like mid last year, I was getting a lot of inquiries. Like we get people that will just come to us with an idea.
yeah,
The Middy, for example, the sports back one.
yeah,
Mark come to me with like a modified photo on Microsoft Paint, I suppose. And
Hell
it was
yeah.
like, had a shape like this, and then he wanted that like that, and this sort of colour, that motor, and
yeah,
basically, can you do it? I was like, yeah, I can do it. And
anything.
learn a lot from that car. But
Yeah.
people will come to us with an idea.
Yeah.
So they won't have a ute, they won't have anything. They just
Yeah.
want this with that, and then we'll go source it. But,
yeah,
we were getting to like a stage last year where you would send them away to find cabs and stuff, and you
Themselves.
wouldn't hear from them because
They can't
they're just
find
hard
them.
to find good cabins.
I know.
And yeah, I managed to come across a collection of them in Mount Isa at the start of the year. So we've got a few cabs back in stock now. So
Yeah,
still rolling through them, but yeah, they are getting harder to find.
Yeah.
Like good ones. We fix a lot of rusty crap because you just got to.
Yeah.
You just got to.
yeah. We tracked one down for my mate, for Jack.
Yeah.
We tracked that cab down and went and got it, but like. And there's cadet blue cabs sitting there, and there's all sorts. And I know a bloke the other day stumbled across a split rear window, which is
yeah.
like
Yeah.
but hard to find. Like as soon as we put pictures on social media of that cruiser we picked up, everyone's like, "Where'd you get it?" It's like, oh, you don't need to know.
Nah.
That's
Have you
it's
started
hidden.
looking into, like, a mate of mine's little brother recently? He's a shitty. He built an alley, like a full alley, 45.
Yeah.
Have you started looking into that sort of stuff when it comes the time?
So we've spoken to a few companies. There's a mob in South America. I've bought some panels off them before. I basically bought rear ends for mid-wheelbase builds because the amount of hours I invested in building,
It's too much.
it was better to bring the whole rear ends in. So I've gone down that route. I've spoken to another mob that makes aluminium 40s. The biggest thing is obviously trying to get an ADR.
Yeah,
Very true.
Yeah, so there is ways around it. It's not at that point yet
Yeah,
to
exactly.
be able to
Yeah.
invest in doing that sort of work.
yeah,
So we just I try and build majority of our cars with genuine Toyota steel.
Yeah.
It's like the Chinese repair panels on the market. They're good, but I try and just keep factory and fix and replace and
as much as you can.
You know,
Yeah, because chassis, like 80 chassis, will be starting to become a commodity.
They're getting hard.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So we're at number 96 on 80 series LandCruisers. We've pulled apart for chassis. Yeah. So I've still got a fair few left, but they're allocated for builds, and now I'm on the hunt for more.
They're probably not so much hard to find as they are just criminally expensive now. Like people
compared to what they used to be.
Yeah. People are like, oh, I've got an 80 series. You can have it for 15 grand. It's like it's a 1FZ on gas with holes everywhere. It's like 15K, mate. It's what they're worth.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's when I started like with Superior, the 80 was not a popular platform.
Nah.
Now there's some like a lot more people getting into the 80 series and like some awesome builds coming up. But then they've definitely grown in popularity.
Most of the 80s back then were old blokes they bought them new, the 40th anniversaries, and then they were using. And now they're starting to make their way into the hands of the young blokes. If you can get your hands on them. But like I had a mate do that. He bought an 80, real nice on gas. Gas prices shot through the roof. Flogged it. Pretty sure it ended up at your place.
Probably.
My little brother had it, and then it ended up at yours.
Yeah.
The gold brown.
Carts? Yeah, that car got ripped apart. Yep.
It was pretty abused.
Yep.
Had a few Hilux meats in it, but
Yep.
So where do you go with that? Do you start looking at manufacturing whole chassis and chasing that headache? Because I know compliance and that.
So we've looked into it. Last year we did a fair bit of digging on this whole like manufacturing of chassis. It's hard. So with my engineer I use now, he is one that he knows a lot of code.
Yeah.
He's been in the game a long time and did a lot of work for transport compliance back in the day, writing code.
Yeah.
So he knows his stuff. We couldn't come to a certain agreement on if we're fabricating a chassis, you need to go off an identifier. So in his regard, the identifier would be the cab. Then you're limited to the GVM of that cab. Rolling diameters, there is absolutely no benefit other than being able to fabricate a chassis.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Because the RVDs, there probably really isn't much recorded against a 40 cab.
That's right.
Any sort of capacities.
Yeah.
The RVDs are just, even for GQs, they're pretty vague.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, horrible.
Yeah.
So
we've gone down and looked at that route, and it's not at that point yet where there's other companies that do things differently with that, and there's ways around it, but I haven't felt the need to invest any more time in it.
No.
My Troopy now, the chassis under that is an 80 frame.
Yeah.
And the boys from LCS down in Vic,
Yeah.
Laurie, he built this ute of his, and it's an 80 series chassis to an extent.
Yeah.
The front end's changed for the rake of the coilover setup. The rear end's lifted, it's purpose built and works well. I've just gone about using that system for this car because I just don't see the point in reinventing the wheel on something like that.
Kind of like we did with rock crawls with Tough Truck. It was like you need to have the original chassis with the VIN.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well here's my chassis rails out of Sierra with the VIN on it, and you got full tube buggy built around it. They serve no purpose other than to meet a requirement in a rule book. So it's cool to have Australians innovating that way now. I feel like the modification side of cars, it fell a bit stagnant because what we're doing is, from what I observed, we're all when I say we, Australians, street cars were the thing. Four-wheel drives were just work cars for a very long time. So, but I know when we were around that 18, 19 age, when the laws changed with vehicle mods and what we could and couldn't have, I mean, I wasn't allowed to drive a V8 on my Ps.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't want to modify a four-cylinder, but even if I did want to, what can I do to it? I can't turbo it. I mean, you can't have that either.
So limited.
So that's how we moved towards four-wheel drives, and you kind of flew under the radar, but then it felt like it went stagnant for a while and people weren't doing innovative stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Not as much, but now it seems to be people are just really having a crack.
Yeah. Well, we sort of it's interpretation of the book.
Yeah.
So you read the rule book, you can work out how to manipulate what you want to achieve in a way. Yeah. And that's where that sort of whole new chassis setups come from. We're trying to push through for a 4495 GVM.
Yep.
It's a Dana 60 front axle,
That's all.
14 bolt rear.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because that car's, it's 14 bolt, 60 sort of setup.
It's
and
big.
That's rare for on the street in Australia. Definitely,
Yep.
I've got the same for my race car sitting there. But yeah, very, very rare to see that in a street car in Australia, other than the Chevs that they come in.
We've sort of done all we can really do to 80. We've done our stretch utes, we've done our shortens, we've done middies, we've done a short wheelbase.
Done hybrid diffs.
That worked. Everything works. You sort of run out of stuff to make. So this is where, like, it's not going to appeal to every customer building a car like that. But it's sort of the next sort of phase on what we can provide. So if you can build a car that's engineered with a 4495, it doesn't have to be a Troopy, it can be a ute. You can have a high GVM. Like I'm going to try and do testing on a 37-inch tyre. Like really just, it's obviously going to cost coin to do, but I want to try and just see what we can provide. And, you know. I
think we found, like, if you can offer it, people will, like, it's not, people that want it are going to say, I want it, you know. Like when we did that 5-inch 37 SSN that we do for the 79, the one that got outside, that wasn't really meant to go public. It was like we did it as like a proving a point thing to transport. And then when we did, Mick and Greg, like all our engineering team, they all sat back and they were like, let's market it and see what happens. And I'm telling you now, in the last 18 months, 90% of the ones we've had go through the workshop have been 5-inch 37s. Like they were popular for a bit in the last few years, they've peaked up. And that'll happen. You'll find that if you've got something different, and you've already got something different, but you know, 4-inch 35 on, say, a 79, people are so desensitized to it now. You've got to have that standout, and you'll have that standout with that next build style.
That's right. It's more of a peace of mind thing. Like if you can have something that you can roll around on a 37-inch tyre, go state to state to state,
comfortably,
and you don't have to worry about getting pulled over and put off the road, then like there's your benefit right there.
That's all.
Not to mention out in the bush or anywhere where you want to wheel hard stuff.
Exactly.
You know, it's just another level to what we're sort of trying to do.
It's hard. It never ends. You're never satisfied. Like I've always had that opinion of you that nothing is ever good, not ever good enough, but you know what I mean? It's like, I can improve on that.
What else can we do?
I can do better. And it's a problem that I have at work. I look at things and I'll be like, we can change that again. We can change that again. And Mick's had to like direct me, be like, dude, you have to reach a point where you're happy with it. Just let it go. Let it be, live. So you got that same thing.
That's every single car I've built. Like it gets built to one sort of level, and then I'm like, right, well, we can change this. And then I change it and I make it different. And like, I'm sort of like a 50% ratio where I'll build something and it's good and it's sensible and it works. And then I get over it and then I'll change it and it progresses and progresses to something that's just ridiculous.
Well, the Troopy was that.
Exactly.
Turbo.
It
just kept going.
In the end, like before I killed the motor, it was like 600 horse on 37s. You know, in a coil spring car with no sway bars, like it was just, it was rude. It was rude.
I remember when you started going that, there was one of the big 40 series trips you went on. I think it might have been the Vic High Country. The video of you coming out of a mud hole
with Ruthy.
Just on the noise. Like it just, everyone just like, what just happened? And that's where like I saw it blow up on social media from that sort of trip, and like it's just being like, holy.
Did you see the meme that came out of that?
It was so good.
There's a picture of it coming out of the mud, and it's like Ruthy is behind Ruthy, and he's like looking at the camera, and his eyes are like lit up. It's like when it hits the gate or something, and he's like
gives you that look.
Gives you that look. Just awesome, man.
No, the Vic, like the whole Victorian side of what we've been doing, I met a bloke, Laurie Smith. So he owns LCS 4x4. He's become maybe one of my great mates. And I was just yarning to him on Facebook. I'm like, man, I want to come down for this Ocker trip. What's to go? He's like, come to the workshop, you know, you want anywhere to stay, and just real tip-top bloke. And we share, you know, same values. He's a chippy. Did his time through his dad. I'm a chippy. Same sort of stuff. We love 40s, cars, all that sort of stuff, and you know, building cool stuff. And that's how I met him, and I just started doing trips to Victoria. And some years I was doing 4 trips a year. You know, I'd go down, wheel, high country. We'd go wheel South Australia, like big desert, Tassie, and just doing all these sort of little trips here and there. And whole different world down there wheeling, man. Like,
so the 40 community's big down there
humongous.
too.
Yeah. We got a pretty good crew up here.
Yeah.
Different wheeling down there, different level of car. There wasn't a whole lot of like 37-inch car when I was with the Troopy. So I'd go wheeling and that, and you know, you go down there and there'd be like 10 or 15 cars like that, and you just go out the whole day wheeling, doing all the stupid tracks. And that's what I loved about it. It was great.
So I know. I think the tube guard thing helps with your 37 scenario.
Yes.
It's but it's not something prior to you doing the Troopy, aside from the 47, like I hadn't really seen many in Queensland at all with any sort of a tube guard, or even in nationwide, there wasn't many people doing that style. And when the Troopy got built, I was like, oh, that's so good. Like Steve still wants to build one. He's always at me about it, and it's like it was so cool. But that helps with that tyre clearance, and they probably get away with it a bit more down there. They don't get away with it. You can get really remote down there. With the high country. That you can't get as remote up here. So 10 minutes you're going to see a copper.
That's right.
So that's it's a pain.
Vic wheeling is different though, like because it's wet all year round essentially. In that you need to be running treps. You need to have a set of 37-inch treps.
Slimy or it's shaly.
You need a big winch to winch up some of the the bluff tracks and that are just
wild. Like some of the hills. When that first trip I did, and they're like, yeah, well, we're going out, we're going to do this, this, and this. I was like, oh, yeah, sweet. And I've just got like I had an old high mount on the front. I put a 6-horse motor on it for that trip. And like we come into the first, I think it was Thompson River, and that was over the bonnet. I'm like, oh, yeah, righto, this is good. And I'm like, back then, it's Turbo LS. I made this like ghetto fab shield for my pod filter. Like I had no snorkel, and I like fabbed this alley bit of shield over it, and I pumped it through the river, and it survived. And I'm like, right, so, and then it's just hills like this.
Right.
And you're going for like an hour up this track, and it's just like switch back, switch back, switch back.
It's nuts.
No, I'd never seen anything like it. I'm like, what is going on here? And
but you keep going back to it.
Oh, every year.
So good.
2 weeks' time. We're going down. I'm taking my 6080 down. So we're doing the Ocker trip again at Rawson, and then missus and kids are flying down this year for the first time. So
awesome.
We'll do a snow trip and take them up. And
hell yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Are you going to squeeze in the long drive this year?
Yeah, that's at the end of the month. So we'll come back from Vic, a couple of weeks worth of work, and then long drive for Drought. We'll go do that.
I got invited again this year. It's just not going to work out. But that's why I went with Jack to get that 40K, because he's built a 6-wheeler. It's pretty rowdy.
It's tough, eh?
It's pretty rowdy. The cab we got, he found the original like purchase receipts and manuals in the glove box, man. Like this is a farm car for 30 years. And it's got the station name and everything. Cool, man.
That's sick.
It'll be a cool build, but
that's cool.
Long drive would be a fun one.
It's a great event, mate. Like it's no big full drive and trip. It's just a bunch of good people out raising money, looking at all the old farms, and you do farm visits and just
that stuff.
It's great,
so
man.
good,
Like some of the country, like I've travelled a lot of Queensland. The way they set out the whole event, and like you do your point to points throughout the day, and you do probably about 180 Ks a day, which is good.
It's pretty manageable.
Which is good. Pub lunches and pub dinners and events and stuff. It's
pumping money into the towns.
It's great, man. And the people, like it's Western Queensland, mate.
It's awesome, mate.
Yeah, I love it out there.
That's
people, the country, they're just genuine.
That's the best thing. You walk into any country pub once you like Western Queensland. How you doing? What do you need? Like people just instantly start chatting to you about anything. Like even up at Outlaws, it's not that far away. But in Proston and that, like me and my brother went in to grab a carton of beer. We ended up sitting in the pub for an hour just chatting to some old bloke sitting there. Like it's I love country pubs and that sort of thing.
Like Cobar, the same thing with that. Like you go through Cobar and for Cliffhanger, and you go into a pub and you spend hours and
just having a yarn,
feeding money into the
pub. I can't wait for Cliffhanger this year when they do the 100-point GPS day and you can't see any cars. I'm going into the pub and doing the mine tour again, because the old mine tour, it's just full of old mining equipment and that. It's just cool. Like it's just a cool country mining town. So I love doing that stuff.
You love your old gear, like old farming and mine gear and that. You play with some dabble in some cool shit.
All sorts of weird stuff. Old cars, tractors, and Yeah, anything classic I love. Yeah.
Yeah, but you work real hard to get everything. Like it's again same thing, like something I've always known for as long as I've known you. Work very hard for everything. Like so yeah, some people there'd be people out to see like the business pop up. They're like, oh, who's this guy? And oh yeah, he must be backed or he's loaded. It's like this guy just works his ass off for everything.
Yeah.
Like,
it helps coming from a hard-working family, I suppose. Growing up, that's all I knew. Parents worked hard, provide what they gave us.
Yeah.
And very thankful for that.
Yeah.
And
you carry the same attitude.
now I've got an opportunity to do the same for my kids. Why not?
Hell yeah.
And we do some stupid hours, but we've got some pretty cool stuff floating around, and we work on stuff now. And I'm not swinging a claw hammer anymore. It's quite good.
Or a shovel out of the plant.
Mate, I've had my whole maintenance sector of the business, we shut that down last year.
Okay.
And I pulled all my gear back. And my builder's trailer that I bought that off Nick Bale back in the day.
You bought that off Nick?
I've had that trailer
Jesus.
when he upgraded his one, and it's seen some shit.
That's some line marking gear in it.
Everything. Concrete gear. We used to do everything, right? And it's just been sitting down the back. A couple of weeks ago, I dragged it up. I'm like, let's empty it out because I don't need it anymore.
Yep.
We'll get all the gear out, and found my old nail bag, and I was getting all sentimental. I'm like, shit, I'm not going to use it anymore.
Now I'm going to keep this trailer.
I've got it hanging up in the shed. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
And
the
sold the trailer?
It's in the area where
It's
I
there.
need to sell it. It's in the staging.
It's in the stadium. That's so good.
There's not much left of it. It sat beside the river for like 5 years, so she's pretty rusty.
You could probably salvage a bit, do another one of those 40 trailers like the one you took to that first year.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I don't need any more projects.
Yeah, I know. I know. No one
I
knows.
got too much stuff on the go, man.
Too much happening.
Yeah.
It's
It's good.
Yeah, I think it's good to just see you, especially in Australia, because it is very rare. Like I see you looking at like the Roadster shop and that, where you can walk in there or contact them, and it starts chassis, suspension, wheels. So I think it's good to see you doing that now, like where it's getting to a point of like, yeah, you're doing it with 80 chassis, but it's we're doing 80. What diffs do you want? What suspension do you want? Like going from the ground up, doing the whole build. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, we tailor what we can. Like obviously, American market is a different.
It's a whole
different game.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly right.
with what they can provide and the money side of a build, but like we'll tailor like any sort of car. Someone comes to me and they say they want this, this, and this, and I'll suggest what works and what sort of you don't really want to do.
Yeah.
I sort of just push it on people. Like if you're going to build a car like this, just build the thing how you want it.
Yeah.
Like even if you don't have the money to do it now, put it off a bit.
Yeah.
Just
then we
wait.
can put it together how you want it.
Otherwise, you'll be unhappy.
And you don't have to touch it.
Yeah.
You know, it's done. It's how you want to use it. You can just hit the key, drive it, and not you're not having to change things 6 months down the track.
That's a dangerous game. Like when you're building or working with someone and building a custom car. Like if you sort of go, oh look, I can't afford to do this. I'll just do this for now and compromise. Oh, it'll be all right. That person's never happy with that decision.
And it costs you twice as much money in the end because you're going to pay to do the next
Down that
change.
line,
Yeah.
You're doing it again. But
We did a couple of them early on, and I sort of learnt from that. Like you can tell with a customer's build if they're going to change their mind. And like some of the cars we'll put together and very questionable engines that you're putting into them.
barrows.
And you're like, I should make an allowance for changing this thing later on because they're not going to be happy with it. But
just tack weld the mounts.
just have like quick change bolts. Clip her out. But if only it was that easy.
I know.
Hey.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cars, but as well. Like people, you do change your mind with things.
You do.
You constant. I know. I had a mate of mine messaged me last night. He's like, "Hey, my brother ran into the back of my 60. What do I do? Because I cut mine after a bloke ran into it." I was like, "Look, man, the single cab 60. It's not ideal." I said, "You want to put like between 300 and 400 mil in the wheelbase." The tray length ended up pretty cooked on mine. He's like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to go to that effort." And then I was like, "You could 80 chassis it," and then the conversation spiraled. And it got to a point where he's like, maybe I should just let the 60 go and buy like an FTE 79. That's exactly what I did with my 60. I reached a point where I was like, I don't want to coil swap this, I'll just buy an FTE. And it's like, I know I spiral. So it's like, when you're getting a car built, because I haven't been fortunate enough to have someone do that for me yet, I'm sure that if people come in, they're locked in.
Yeah.
And then they'll go home and 6 months later, they're like, I want an M57, or I want to do this different, or let's, resto mod the cab and not leave it patinaed. Like, how hard's that to allow for?
Yeah, it is. Cars like that, you got to have some sort of goal on what you want to do with the vehicle. There's a lot of people that want all this, and then they want to put that in it, and you want to tour, and you want to wheel hard, and there's got to be a compromise. Like, you can build the ultimate car, but it'd be good for one thing and it won't be good for another thing, and you sort of just got to work out what you want to do with it, and that's from the start. If it's not suitable for that, maybe do another car or
do something different.
There's there's just so many ways to skin the cat. And like, it helps now being that, like, the different scale of vehicles that we've built, there's information now, people can see. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, well, that did this, and it works for that, and then maybe we could do something like that with this. And
I think it's cool as well, like, especially in your field, like you had the Mr. LandCruiser meet, where you had a big setup there, and you probably had 3 or 4 different setups there. People can come and, like, you're obviously that kind of thing's going to attract your exact customer, so you can be like, hey, look, this one's set up for hardcore wheeling, and yes, you say you love it, but you took this one for a drive, it's going to suit you better. And like that, I think that's a really good benefit of how you've built so many different ones that you can really guide people and be like, look, that, like you said, you want to go up the beach and have something you can drive to the Cape. That's probably not the one for you.
You got to pick your poison. Well, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what most people. We get that at work every day. Kids will phone up and be like, "Oh, I want this," and they're naming items that are going to, like, okay, this thing's going to go pretty hard through glass. It's going to get mashed. What are your weight setups? Oh, I got a rooftop tent, twin drawers, slide out fridge, 600 awnings, 4,000 lights, and then I tow a 70-ton caravan. You're like, hang on, mate, it's a GQ. What do you want? Oh, I want to be able to tow my caravan to the high country and then just mash it, and you're like,
no,
you can't have it all.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, there is. There's that fine line.
Tow the cool GQ behind the nice GQ.
I mean, there's a lot of good parts out now that you can put something together that can do similar stuff, but you'll never have the ultimate that can do everything. No, that's You're going to have a fast car that's good in the bush, tourer, like all these things, towing, like you got to have compromises. Like you start towing stuff that's heavy, your car technically can't be that heavy. You're just going to be overloaded. Like there's just certain things you can do and can't. And
coil converted 79 series.
It's
about as close as you get.
Dirty GQ on the trailer and a Ford Ranger.
That's it.
That's the Ranger.
Ranger, it's nice, it's comfy, the wife can drive it, and I've got a dunger on the back that I can trolley and put it back on the trailer and go home.
Oh, that's awesome. We've seen a lot of businesses, individuals pop up that are starting to specialise in 40s, and they're building very Billy flavoured, and I'm not saying they're flat out copying you, but when you look back at it, the Troopy, why'd you start that in 15? So what's that, 10 years ago? There's a lot of people in that last 10 years, well, probably since 16, since it finished, that are sort of like doing that same ethos and that. Is imitation the greatest form of flattery, or?
It is, man. Like,
it is?
We've come to the party to provide a service to build those cars. You're always going to have someone out there that's going to want to take your idea or your product and run with their system. That's just how it is and how it goes, and whatever. Like, you can get fired up over it, but
why would
that's
you?
It's
not worth it.
I think it's cool as well, like you see LCS and that. I've seen a few posts come up. It's where, like, LCS have done a post going like, we got these awesome parts from McKinnon's Cruisers, and then I've seen you do the same. Between that is, like, I think it's awesome that you have built that friendship and, like, a community between your two businesses where you can just scratch each other's backs essentially and both build awesome cars without having that.
Yeah.
Like some people get into competition and get aggro as about it. I think it's awesome that you have both set up that where you can work together and both build unreal cars.
Yeah, mate. I mean, look, there's enough work. There is, like, I honestly cannot keep up with our workload.
Yep.
Same with Loz. He's got that much work going on. There is no need for any sort of like, bullshit. You know, we have people, like, we'll have people ring up for prices, and then they'll go down and ring Loz and bounce that price back at him. And, you know, we'll start manufacturing parts and we'll be sending it to him because he's got the job. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, his end product is different to yours. And if someone came to you and said, I want a car the way Loz does it, you say, go to him.
Exactly.
There's no point coming to me. It's not worth. Just go to him.
We have our flavours on how we do shit.
100%.
Loz has his flavours. I get people ringing. They're like, "Oh, I want your guards, but I want them skinned like LCS." I'm like, "Nah, that's not how it works, man. Like, he's made a product. That's his idea. Use his stuff.
Go and buy his stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I'll fit it. It's sweet.
Fit it all day long because it fits.
Yeah, exactly.
I learnt very early on in retail that not everyone can be your customer.
No.
And especially in a game like the four-wheel drive game where, I mean, people often message me, like people I don't even really know, they'll be like, oh, what do you think of this, and comparing it to other brands and that, and it's like, man, everyone in this country, we're so sport for choice with stuff a lot of the time, with patrol parts, cruiser parts. I mean, you see a lot of cars out there that got some from this company, some from that company. It's like, man, that guy got to tailor his car the way he wanted it. Like, he likes that, he likes those elements, and we might look at that as a company and think, well, do we need to look at refining what we're doing to appeal to those
more.
people? But at the same time, it's like, how good that we get to fine tune and build in the way we want, because we don't get to do it with Toranas and GTs anymore than ours. They're just not around. So it's like, it's wreck four-wheel drives. But that's a tricky game.
It's like, we get comments every now and then where it's like, well, you know, these boys are building cars to this caliber, and I'm like, yeah, but that's progression. Like 100%. What they do and what we do, very similar fields. That's his flavour. And that's how they go about it. And like, some of the cars coming out of Loz's factory are psycho. Like the finish quality of them, the parts going into them. It's just, it's a different level.
It's nice to have a four-wheel drive with a real nice finish. I do appreciate it, like that gold, that maroon GU at work.
Oh man, that thing's awesome.
Stunning and beautiful. But at the end of the day, man, I want to be able to do lid skids.
But
not actually, but you know what I mean?
No,
like,
you want to go out and actually...
Cars get real beaten on.
I could never do a car that looked that nice. I would destroy it.
I'd look after as best I could, but even looking after your cars,
I can't drive for crap, so I'm just a guaranteed break.
We know. Your dental bill counts for that.
Literally, nearly any and every car I own has black interior because my hands are just covered in shit every day.
Constantly.
And I'm like, I get customers' cars in, like that 60, for instance, it's got some wild Italian leather interior and it's beautiful.
The charcoal one,
I'm so scared to get in that car. Even when I'm clean, like, I'll try and wrap myself up in blankets and make sure.
Yeah, we were doing work on Amy's car yesterday.
Oh, that thing's way too nice.
The boys, it's like a cream interior, the 300. And the boys come up to me they're like, how clean are you? I was like, what do you mean? They're like, can you take it outside? I was like, no, I'm doing something. They're like, I can't get in it. It was like, righto, I go and wash my hands, because I can never get the black out of my hands either. I haven't been on the tools for 10 years. Properly on the tools, and I still can't get it out.
Not ink stains from using the pen, mate, is it?
I wish. No, it's not ink. My wife always asks me, she's like, how come your work clothes always smell like grease? I'm like,
I lent on something.
I can't help that. I really can't help that. So
it's good.
So what's the move forward then?
Mate,
got a lot going on.
I don't really operate off like plans with what we do, hey? Like, I enjoy building cars. We're at the point now where we're refining how we do things. Processes, just growing pains at the moment. Like, it's gone from being, you know, me and Steve-O doing it after hours to then having a third employee. And then having like sole business of McKinnon's Cruisers. To having like our fourth, fifth, like I got 6 blokes. Steve has a apprentice boilermaker, school-based. And we spit out a lot of work out of our little shed.
3
where-
shed extensions later.
Oh, 7.
So, I know, like every Christmas holidays.
It's every
like,
Christmas.
Billy's pouring a slab.
Yeah. It's like I get that 2 to 3 week window where I'm like, right, let's smack another 100 and something square meters on the shed.
You're running out of the room.
I have. I'm at the boundary now.
You are?
And I'm starting to come this way. So I've got to move my shed around and set it up where, you know, we can be assembling 4 cars at once.
Yeah.
And fabrication is away from what we're assembling.
Separate shed.
We're just forever shuffling.
Yeah.
And it's not efficient. And even though we do spit them out, you can see like the boys are trying to do something and you're having to move that, and you can just tell that it's just giving them the
slowing
shits.
down.
Yeah.
You could put a month or 2 on a 12-month build time.
It can.
Half
And like we've got builds now that we're doing a couple of builds. So F-truck chassis, 6 meters long.
Yeah,
Huge.
Yeah.
Where do you put that?
Yeah.
And it's got to sit there for a month or 2 while you fabricate everything for it.
Yeah.
Whereas like I'm just sort of progressing, move everything around and setting up to be able to just keep doing what we do. And
you're also doing not full vehicle builds. Like you had that 40 come in the other day just to tidy up some bits and bobs for a bloke.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and it's awesome. That little maintenance stuff helps keep things going and helps pay bills.
That's right,
You've got
yeah.
to do it, but you've got to have the space
yeah,
for that as well.
that's right.
That's
So
hard.
like I have 1 car hoist, and it is a struggle.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're putting cars together, you're test fitting and designing mounts for different setups, and you got to shuffle
Yeah.
a lot, and it's too much now
It's hard.
for one little setup. So I've just got to change the way we operate with that, and yeah, that's where I sort of see us just streamlining what we do.
Yeah.
Like I want to just finish my troop carrier that we're putting together. I want to take that to the States.
That's the same.
the goal.
The same one, isn't it? You
Yeah,
just tidy
same
your old girl up.
Yeah, same cab, 80 Shaz, and then yeah, I've got a Godzilla in that one.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah,
Excellent.
Godzilla with a 6R 140. So it's a whole motor and box out of like an E-Series van. That'll get a cam and a Harrop blower.
That's all it needs.
I've just ordered an Atlas for it, so Atlas race case.
Yeah.
So 3-year wait on that.
Nah, it's not too bad, eh? I think they said, I think it was 3 months.
Oh, true.
Just straight out of the US then.
Yeah. And being, like, naturally, because the gearbox is so big, it's like a 43 or a 47 spline output. So a normal Atlas won't work. So I've got to bump up to a race case to fit it. So that was just like, ding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I want to finish that car, and it's always been a goal of mine to finish a build like that. And same with Loz, like we're always bouncing the idea of throwing the cars in a 40-footer, send them to America, and we'll go wheeling over there.
Go to the Rubicon.
I would,
Go to King of the Hammers.
That
Mate.
green thing of his is so
yeah,
sick.
yeah, I love it, mate.
Yeah.
That is a fun car. It is ridiculous. So
And in America, you guys would turn heads flat out.
I speak to a few businesses over there just every now and then, just have a yarn to them, and yeah, I'd love to just like ultimate adventure. I would
be so good.
I would love to get an invite to that with
Yep.
that car, and just go and wheel
Yeah.
and just leave it there for 12 months and fly back and go do something else around somewhere, and
Go back.
yeah.
Just need somewhere nice and safe to store. And,
Yeah.
And there's plenty of places.
There's,
Yeah,
there's
that's
plenty
right.
of places over there that would do it. There's like so many of the guys that have been over and raced hammers and that sort of thing now. Like there's a lot of guys with some big hookups over there
Yeah.
that they'd be just like,
Yep.
yeah, just leave your car here. We'll just look after it.
The big trend at the moment for Aussie cars living over there is burnout cars.
Yeah.
Blokes are shipping everything
It's
over,
awesome,
just
mate.
leaving it there, and
dude.
then just schooling the Americans.
Yes.
Chatting to Kyle the
The
other
other
week with Luxifer and that, and man,
Unreal, eh?
he just
So
sounds like he is having the time of his life.
Yep.
And he's built big business off it as well, which is fantastic for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the things he does with some of his mates over there that are big YouTubers and that sort of thing, it's just like, man,
Even losing.
America is so
eh?
free.
Yeah, it's unreal what they do, eh?
So you're
Very cool.
You mentioned F-truck chassis, so you're not exclusively sticking to cruisers.
No,
You're
I've
happy to
always
tinker.
done a bit of different stuff.
Yeah.
You know, my old boy's in muscle cars, so that
You had to help
helps.
fix the Mustang after.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
so
that
he's-
Leyburn? that he had?
Yeah,
That's pretty rough.
the race car. Yeah, he smacked the concrete wall,
It
and
was pretty hard. Yeah.
we straightened that out, eh?
Yeah.
With machines like excavators and gum trees and chains,
I'll
and
bet.
and got that thing like porta powers and
Beautiful car,
We-
like badass looking Trans Am style.
Yeah, it's
It hit hard.
It's an ex race car from the States. So Vic Edelbrock Jr.
Yeah, right.
That car. We found it down the coast and bought it as a roller. But that thing was munted.
Yeah.
But we straightened that back out and fixed that. And I always do a little bit of different stuff. Like I don't advertise it.
No.
I just I
That's
like
fair.
variety, and I've always been into old F trucks.
Yeah.
I've got a 65 F100. I'm like the second owner of it. The thing, I love it. It's just all original
It's nice
patina
and
car,
patina.
big block short bed.
Yeah.
Just hit the key and go.
It is a cool truck, that.
So like the F truck scene's always been a thing for me that like if ever the cruiser stuff sort of ramped
Slows
down,
off.
I'd jump into that.
I think that's starting to happen too. Like, just American pickup trucks are obviously getting more and more popular, whether they're modern ones or not. Again in Australia, but like Sam Miles got his hands on one, I think, didn't he? So Sam Young's got one.
Yeah,
But,
Sam
you know,
has got a Chev wagon.
He's got a Chev wagon. Like blokes
Yeah,
are starting
right.
to
Like a Suburban
blokes
or
are starting to play with all that stuff.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law's got an F1,
Yep.
but Australian delivered,
Yeah,
Australian assembled right-hand drive.
Yeah.
Cool as.
Like a 50s model.
Yeah, like
Sick.
real chop top.
Yeah,
Purple
nice.
hot rodded thing.
Yeah.
Airbags.
There's a
But there's a lot of
lot,
that starting. So
Yeah.
that'll be a big, I think, a thing. And not that you want to aim at trends, but people are starting to realise that the stuff we grew up thinking was cool is actually cool.
Yeah.
Four-wheel drives.
Well,
There's
I mean,
a lot of F trucks out there. Like just through like when I've been looking for Dana 60s and that sort of thing for my car.
Yeah.
Man, there is some F trucks out there in people's paddocks.
Yep.
Like there is some people
There
have
is.
10 of them just sitting around. Like there's so many of them.
Yeah. I've hoarded a lot of like F truck drivetrain over the years. So like NP205 transfers.
Yeah.
Poor man's Atlas. They're the toughest thing.
Exactly.
I thought
Ever.
the LT230 was the
Man.
poor man's Atlas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those transfers.
real poor
Like
man's.
I ran one in my Troopy and it was just a Chev one. I didn't even rebuild it. Like I just changed the oil in it
Just put oil in it.
and smacked 600 horsepower through it for 2-3 years. And
Most of the crawler guys love them, like Lloyd Glanville, you speak
Yeah.
at Ezzy, all those boys. They've all got
Yeah.
a thing for, and there's a reason.
they
They're
work.
cool as.
Yeah, they work well.
Oh yeah.
We're sort of doing a little bit of F truck stuff. I'm doing a dual cab build. I've always wanted to build a dual cab 40.
Yeah.
I started that Christmas holidays last year. I actually didn't do a shed extension around
you
that
didn't.
time. I decided to build a car.
A car
So
instead.
I pieced together a whole bunch of panels and parts to put together a dual cab, and like the spec of that is an F truck chassis.
Yeah.
So it's running like an 80s model F350 frame, 2012 Super Duty, like a Super 60 front,
Yeah.
Sterling rear,
Yep.
and then I only recently picked up a 22 6.7 and a 10-speed combo out of an
yeah.
F truck for it.
Yeah, right.
So like the goal is to build the dual cab, have that as my tow vehicle.
Yeah.
The dual cab
it's-
proportions for a 40, it's so hard to get right. I've seen so many people have a crack
A
at
lot
it.
of goes at it.
Oh yeah. It's
There's been some flavours.
it's the B pillar that's the killer.
It is.
Really
it
is.
Yeah. So I've sort of gone down, like it's going to be a full size car, so 4.3 metre wheelbase.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like F350.
Yeah, okay.
Long bed style proportions. So I've gone for the full size cab. I haven't shortened the back door, but then I've squared up the pillars so that it's like, it looks like a dual cab door. It doesn't look like a front door on the back like they've done over the years.
So it's a Toyota Power Wagon.
Essentially, yeah.
It's a Power Wagon.
Yeah,
Hell
it
yeah.
sort of fell together quite good. I threw a spanner in the works and widened the cabin, so I put 150 mils through the middle. But
That's
the
an awful job, hey?
A lot of work.
nightmare.
That's such
And I've
a,
only done the cab. I haven't done any of the front clip yet, so that's just a whole other can of worms.
that sucks.
So
I mean,
it's going to work. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I put it together and I sat it and I'm like, yeah, I can see this. Yeah. Like, I just feel like a kid sitting in his toy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can see myself driving something
An extra 4 to 5 inches in the cab of one of those, though, that brings you up to about 75 series width.
Yeah.
Pretty narrow.
Yeah, it's still like it's huge for a 40, but it ain't that big.
It's not like you have to reach out for your passenger.
Yeah.
They're still there.
Yep. Yeah, so that'll be a good thing. But like the F truck frame is more so to bump it up into like an MR category. So
yeah, that's what I was about to say. That'll be great for your GVM. Yeah.
So big GVM, big tyres.
Yep.
You can
big,
tow the
big
hell
car.
out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Big car.
Awesome.
So like we're doing that, and then I've got a friend of mine I've known forever. He's got a 65 F600.
Oh, yeah.
So
They're few and far between in this country.
it is a really nice truck.
Yeah.
So that's going on back on its chassis, short wheelbase style side. So we'll fabricate the style side. You know, like your F600 have the pumped guards.
Yeah.
We'll graft the rear tub with a set of guards, and that'll be like 40-inch tyre, full drive.
Monster.
Yeah, Cummins powered beast.
Awesome beast.
Yeah.
Awesome Fraser car.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Great Fraser car. Till you go inland, awesome Fraser car.
Yeah, it's like 9 metres wide.
Take on the tourist buses.
I had a diff out of it was an international forward drive truck.
Oh, yeah?
And it was an 80-inch wheel mount surface.
Huge.
Like it was so
I
damn
remember you were
big.
so chuffed when you bought that and
Yep.
you measured it and you were like,
Wouldn't fit through the roller door.
Then I sold it for double what I bought.
Mitch has a habit of buying big diffs and then driving around them in the back of his ute for a month because
Yes.
he hasn't got anyone to help him lift them out.
10 litres of diff oil in the work car park.
Keep telling him to get an endless
real cool
chain
that
off the rafters of the house or get it out, but he doesn't listen. But
That last one I got tried to kill me when the pinion yoke went in my pocket.
boy, that's
As I
never,
pulled it out of the
it's
back of
never
the
a good
car.
time.
It was not fun.
It's a lot of weight. Yeah.
Bloody
pockets
hell.
just hanging
I
in.
got my final ones now. I got a Kingpin 60 and a 14 bolt.
Nice.
Do not need any more. They can stay.
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
marketplace is a deadly thing, mate.
Oh yeah, if you got cash,
Yep.
it is.
I've always loved Marketplace. I love the trading post back in the day.
Oh,
in Gumtree and
Boost
Marketplace. Boost cruising.
cruising.
The
Oh,
amount
wow,
of
it's
crap
going
we
back.
got off that. But I didn't realise my wife trolled Marketplace a lot. And then the other night she was sitting in bed and she like excited like a kid. I'm like, what? She's like, found this on Marketplace. Like, wait, what? And she's not looking at cars like me, but she's finding things. And she was just giddy with excitement. And I was like, how often do you do this? She's like, every day. I was like, oh no. You're sick as the rest of us.
It's like the first thing I do when I get on Smoko or lunch is Marketplace.
Everyone does.
Yep.
Oh, no, you know,
You got to.
have a quick look.
You got to, mate.
So you got some new fresh builds about to roll out the door for us to...
Yeah. So
Sus.
we're just finishing up a extra cab 47, 80 Shaz.
Oh.
So we're just building the canopy for that at the moment. Twin locked, chromos, turbo HZ 5-speed, really nice.
The B pillar just a bit thicker.
Yeah, so we basically just took the 47, put 300 mil in the cab, and then
cool.
on the early shorties they had like a corrugated press panel side.
Yeah.
So like these strips pressed in
The dash.
I sort of replicated that on the upper panel of the car.
Oh, okay.
Just to break up that big flat.
Yeah.
Like there's been a few attempts at it and people have put windows in and I couldn't really get a proportion right on the glass that I was happy with. So I
And
went
to get
with
the
this,
shape.
Yeah.
Like you're limited with what's available.
That's right. So I went with this pressing in it, and it's unique. So we're finishing that up. We're doing a 60 series at the moment for a fella down south. It's got a blown Coyote in it. It's going to be a weapon. It's like a 60 on 35s, twin locked, Gen 2 Coyote with a 6R out of a Mustang, and we've sort of designed an adapter to work behind that gearbox.
It's a big motor. Like I know a 60 is a big car, but the engine bays aren't huge.
No, well, they fit a lot easier than that 45 I put together.
Yeah, true.
It fits quite nicely.
Yeah. What's his name? Brendan Hamilton.
Yeah.
He's got the Coyote.
That's
in that.
right.
There is no room.
It's a
They're
big
huge.
motor.
But that motor, and then he's got the big
There's a
winch in
blower
there
on
as
it
well.
too.
They're
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
90
it's
degree.
They're huge.
They're huge. Massive.
Yep. Nah, that was the Coyote was a good conversion. So that's our second
Because
Coyote.
you did the red one.
Yeah, I did that red ute for my old boy, and that thing's been it's been faultless.
That's
Punished.
Drives so good.
That's an awesome car.
For a little 5 litre, it just like 340 at the wheels, revs to like 7.6.
Yeah.
Loves a shed skid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I built that car as a surprise for my old boy.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
like we built it over the space of 2 years. And then I unveiled it at the Collects show at Caboolture and gave it to him in front of like a packed house, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And anyway, so it was unfinished then. And then I sort of got it to the point where it was finished, engineered, registered.
Yep.
And I was like, here, take it for a drive. And we've left our house and we've gone down and then up one of the streets. Anyway, zipping along and it's got mile an hour dash in it. Old guy, likes mile an hour, whatever.
Mild man.
Cop car coming the other way. Stinger. They just recently changed the speed on this street and we weren't aware and he got done 10 over on his test drive in the car. I'm sitting in the passenger seat and then like they've gone past and lit him up and Dad's like, oh shit, I'm gone. Anyway, he's pulled over and Dad, being who he is, he gets very hot-headed. He's flew out of the car, like disgusted that he's been pulled over. And I'm just sitting in the car, just got my phone, just got a photo of him there, getting chatted. Yeah. Oh, it was funny.
He keeps it to the paddocks normally, your old man. I saw videos of him looping the Mustang around the trees and in the grass.
He's always rally bashing something around his yard.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah. But the Coyotes are a good thing, eh? Like for a little motor, they're not, like package-wise, they're a bit of a nightmare.
They're not LS package. That's
yeah.
why the LS is so popular.
Yep. But it works. That's our second one, and then we're doing another one in a 60, but it's just NA. They're a good little thing. I like them.
Yeah, Brennan's fast. Like he was out running the donkey, and the donkey's a 6.6 Duramax. Like
The donkey,
good power.
Yeah,
it moves.
The donkey gets pedalled too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Properly pedalled.
Yeah.
So,
Stupidly.
are you going to make a comeback to competition style four-wheel drives, or you stick to?
Mate, I like me and Laurie and the boys, we did a trip to Fink. And like that there was an eye opener alone. Just
Was
out
that
in
when
the
Ryan
desert.
rode last year?
Hey?
Was that when Conroy rode?
No,
the year
like
before.
2 years before that.
Yeah.
And like we did a big trip in all our cars. I took my 60 out there and, it was a massive trip. It was a couple of weeks. And just hearing those things on song flying past you, I was like, oh my God, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I know.
We're going to start spending money.
And then like I seen recently Billy Geddes put up his trophy truck for sale. I sent that link to Loz. I'm like, what are we doing? Should we look at going halves here or something and go racing? But
Graph some 40 panels on it.
Yeah, that'd be probably what I'd
Like
get
to
into,
do.
mate.
Speed.
Yeah, fast stuff.
What's his Critty's trophy trucks for sale? The guy who bought it finished it. and
The
raced
Hilux
it.
one?
The Hilux one
Did
is
it
for sale. at the
finish?
moment.
I've seen that. Was it on Marketplace?
Yeah, it's on Marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
How did I not see that?
it was one of the
Yeah.
guys in Comiskey's team.
Yeah.
Brett Comiskey's team bought it and they were racing it. And it's for sale. I think it's only for sale it's like 85 or something.
Yeah, 80 grand, I think.
Yeah,
So
it's
pretty
it's
good.
a cool little truck. That
That's
thing.
Pretty
sick.
built some cool stuff over the years.
Yep. Yeah, like maybe that one day. I don't
Yeah.
know. I
time.
like social, man. I like
Yeah,
social wheeling.
45 trophy truck. would be
Always
that's
have.
though.
Always have.
That's why
Like,
Hilux meet used to be so much fun.
it still is, man.
I know.
It is. Yeah.
It's been a
The
couple of
May
years.
mashup. Yeah, it was.
Wet
It was
this
a
year.
time. It was a time. Yeah, it was very wet.
Yeah.
The,
And that-
the day I rolled in there into Genoa and into the campground, and there's a camps on the left near the office.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was wet.
bogged.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
swamp.
We there are stories that never get spoken about outside of people that were together at Hilux meets, like
Oh, I know a couple of
Like-
stories that have happened.
Ryan Sutherland and like
Yep.
Nick and Chris and all that. Like, just there are things that outside
yeah.
of the people that were present accounted for,
Yes.
they don't get a mention.
That's right.
Ever.
I remember a conversation that happened, and it was should have seen this knob jockey and then someone was like, "Hey, shut up, that was him." It was just like standing beside the person.
It happens. Yeah, we got caught in the creek once too, which wasn't great because we were on the two-way talking about it.
Oh no.
No one comes out. He's like, guys. We're like, sorry, mate. He's like, whoops, get out of the creek.
Yep.
But, yeah.
Nah, I've always been like just the social sort of wheel thing. where it's at. It's good fun, man.
Way more fun.
Yeah, there's a good, like, Southeast Queensland at the moment has a good crew of dudes that wheel, funny characters.
Yeah.
They beat on their cars.
Yeah.
And, you know, like some of the cars are very basic, locked, sort of just, and they know how to steer.
There's a crew up this way that are just in Glasshouse constantly and great fun.
Yep.
Good dudes.
Yep.
Carnage, hilarious,
Yeah.
awesome cars, and just having them just a time.
Yeah.
And it's like, man,
That's what it's all about, man.
Night wheels.
Half the tracks that they drive is why I own a 60 and a 14 bolt.
Yeah.
I'm not going into fixing CVs in the bush.
My favourite thing is people pop up like, oh, how do you get to this track? And everyone's like, nah.
No winch, no party.
You're not allowed in there.
Not worth you going there.
Yeah.
Tag along a few of those sessions, they're good fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good fun, mate.
Yeah. We'll run out of full drive parks again, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
there's a new one popping up near
There's a new one popping up there, new one in the
Traviston.
Tennerfield area.
Yep.
There's a new one coming up there. That's a big one down there. It's like 4,500 acres. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
that's a good one.
it was cold.
Yeah, it is
so
cold.
cold.
It is very cold down there.
It's got a lot of very, which sucks because it's cold. You can't swim in them, but like gorges and stuff to go
Yep.
check
I
out.
reckon-
Because that area is full of like just gorges and that sort of
Granite.
thing. Yeah,
Maybe in the
exactly.
height of summer you might have a dip.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Still
Yep.
not,
Yeah.
Oh, I used to swim at Rover Park as a kid. The
Yeah.
dam at the bottom of the hill, that was always good for a swim.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, well, a lot of the places we used to go to, they just don't happen anymore. Like Logan Village, Pine Forest, man.
Ripley.
Like I grew up there.
Logan Pino, yeah, we dabbled but never really got to have a good time in
Yeah,
the pine.
like 10 years old, CR80, backpack of pre-mixed fuel, and just go for hours, man. Like we would
so
just,
good.
it was, 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah,
That was the bridge to nowhere here. The bridge
Yeah.
to nowhere was where everyone went motorbike riding, full driving, and
Yep.
that's
See, we used to
the dump now.
hit Binny's Road at Ripley.
Yeah,
it was
Binny's.
either
Yep.
Binny's Road or Glasshouse, and then from Ripley we'd go out to Boona, to my mate's parents' place out there, and crash. But
Yep.
mate, Ripley was wild. You want to talk just awesome,
never
packed
went
in,
there.
tight, cool stuff.
Yep.
Ripley was
The
it.
creek runs were epic.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Even in
Yep.
leafy Hilux, it was so much fun.
Yep.
Never went.
It's all housing now, man.
Yeah,
You missed
it's
out.
the same as Ormo. Ormo back in the day was.
Ormo was good.
Well,
Yeah.
People still go in there with duct tape number plates and that sort of thing
Yeah.
because the cops patrol it, but
Yep.
Ormo had some awesome stuff
Yep.
in the early 2000s. It was massive.
Teacup and yeah, it was quite
A
big.
lot of good
Yeah,
tracks
terror,
in there.
terror and all
Yeah.
that sort of
Gone.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's
The
depressing.
joys.
People's backyard now.
Yep.
We're all getting old.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. I love your Torana.
Yeah.
Confused about the GTR badge because that's where it goes on an LC, not on an LJ.
So, like, that car was my bush basher.
Yeah, you and your
two-door.
sister used to
Yeah. So
paddock
it was
kill it.
It was so at the time my cousin was dating a mechanic for Holden and he had this LJ Torana. And we were at their house for a barbecue or something and Dad spotted it, ended up buying it, and that was our paddock car. So like I had
not a 4-door, an actual 2-door.
186 4-speed,
Yeah.
and then Dad had a TD Cortina with like work crossflow, and we used to live on a farm at Waterford, and 11, 12 years old, whatever it was, doing hoops. We had like a big grass paddock, and we just cut sick in it.
And you bought that off your old boy.
So it was, so we had that car, and then we found an XU1 replica LJ. It was Orchid metallic.
Yeah.
We were doing a dump run one day to the back of Bean Lee, and this guy had this Torana out on the front yard for sale.
Yeah.
It was like $4,500. Yeah. 2-door XU1 mock-up, had globies, like a fat
Everything
202 sleeker box.
Yeah.
All the gear.
All the fruit.
Anyway, we're in this old TF Rodeo with wheelie bins in the back.
Yeah.
Gap into the bin run. And anyway, we pulled up on the way back and had a look at it, and the old fella come out and he's like, oh, I'm just want to get rid of it. I'm chasing a ute. And Dad's like, well, would you be interested in this? And he's like, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So we literally did swap of details. He took the ute, we took the Torana.
No.
Drove the Torana home. It was 10 minutes from home. Back then, no plates. You just
Yeah, you got
run
away
it.
with it then.
And that turned out to be my first car, that one, the pink one. And then we had that Torana, we moved house, and we did a job out at Bill Wheeler. And the guy at the caravan park had a Chev C20, and it had a 350 Chev in it, all this shit. Anyway, Dad's like, yeah, I need it, I want it, I'll buy it. So we bought that, brought it home, took the motor out of that, put it in the green LJ, my old paddock basher. Did one shed skid in it. And I started like chipping all the bog out, and it was pretty rough. So Dad's like, nah, I'm not fixing that. Like, it's too far gone. Yeah. So we took the motor out of it and put it on top of the shipping container for 12 months.
Yeah, right.
And then I finally convinced him, I'm like, let's do something with it. Like, it's a two-door.
Might as well.
Sick. So we pulled it down and put the Chev in it. Mocked it all up again. We ended up putting I think back then I had a single rail 4-speed in it.
Yeah.
That lasted about 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And then we put a T5
and probably a banjo diff too.
It did.
Yeah.
And then we
for
pulled
about
that
3
out.
seconds.
Yeah. He got a VN Commodore diff cut down and shortened for it. Resplined back to Torana hubs. So it's got all little wheels on it. And full sandblast and paint from his mate back in the day. Logan Village Smash. And it was like full resto.
It's like a tuxedo black with pink in it, isn't it? The flake? Or?
It's called Coca-Cola. So it's like a black paint with like a little red fleck in it.
It's red, so, yeah.
It's a really nice car.
It's cool.
Yeah, and like, so had that. Dad raced it for a bit. He did a bit of like circuit racing and stuff with it, and he hit a set of hay bales out at Pittsworth one year, and he's like, nah, I don't want to wreck this car. And like I'd inherited from my mum when she passed. And then it was just sitting in the shed, and I gave it to him to race, and then I got it back. Yeah. And now it's just on Club Reg, and I take it out every now and then.
The kids love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's now got a 383 in it.
Jesus.
You're technically like, you know.
Sorry about the legalities.
It's too big, but it's like 450 at the wheels on 13-inch tire. Like
they weigh
so fun.
They weigh not a lot. Like with a cranky 202, those things are terrifying.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure it's like 1,030 kilos.
Bringing wet.
And Nankang semi-slicks.
Yeah.
Like it goes.
Oh yeah.
It goes for a little car. But I don't do a whole lot of Ks in that one. No. It's just one of those cars I will have forever.
Yeah,
it's very special.
It's cool to have generations of, you know, McKinnon's in it too.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's sick.
My daughter ups me for, I don't drive my blue car, my VK.
Yeah.
Just don't drive it. It was Grandpa's.
Yep.
When Grandpa passed, it just sat under the house at Clayfield with a sheet over it. The old man would drive it occasionally, just keep running stuff going.
Yeah.
4 years later, I managed to bully the whole family into letting me be the one to buy it. A lot of cousins still to this day are like off it.
Yep.
Grandma's like yours, bought it for bugger all.
Yeah.
And then I took it home, and then Chrissy and I got married. We had Macy, and when Macy's in, it's like that's 4 generations straight up.
Sick.
It's so good. And she loves going for a drive when I drive it, but I just don't.
That's it.
So I don't want to.
It's cool.
I don't want to lose it.
And like that whole generation thing of cars, like some people just don't get it.
Nah.
They don't get it. And some of the cars we build for people are like their granddad bought this ute new in 70. And like that ute out there is a prime example. My work ute, that was a farm car from Peak Hill. Yeah. You know, they had that new on the farm. They've had it forever. And it was the workhorse. And like sentimental cars, like even though like it's in my family now,
it's still,
there's history behind it.
There's that expression that you don't own the car, you're just the custodian of it. You just got it for now. Someone else is going to get it.
Yeah.
But you know, even I don't know if you're the same, but like parts, we were helping clean out the old man's shed last year, and Dad's like, oh, here's the wheel from my HT. And the HT that he got when he was 17 because Grandpa wouldn't let him buy a Monaro, made him buy a Kingswood.
Yep.
And then Peter's like, I'll take that. Peter took it home to put in his Torana. It's like massive.
Yep.
But he's got a photo of his young fella, his Hudson, sitting there at the steering wheel.
That's
Loves
cool.
the HT steering wheel. It's like, that's fourth generation because Dad bought the Kingswood off his old man, the same, where I got the VK. So like that, the car thing, I don't know, some people get it, some don't.
Yeah.
But
I bought my dad's GQ and ruined it.
haven't you just? Haven't you just? And does he love to remind you of that?
He just tells me I'm an idiot. He's like, you should have sold it when it was worth something. Now it's a pile of junk.
My old man used to be like, we'd go around and be like, you pull up the driveway and he'd come in, like, what'd you do? Like, I cut the headers off. And he's like, your hat's on too tight, but get it out of here. I don't want it. I'm like, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You'd be guilty of some filthy mods over the years.
Oh, I've done some red hot things to cars. Yeah. I regret some of it too.
Some of it you would.
Mate, yeah. That's just what you do, but, you know.
Well, you don't know.
You break them, you fix them.
Yeah. That's what was good about four-wheel drives. You could really have a crack at fixing it.
Yeah.
It was easy enough to fix. Whereas if you
get under it.
You know, you stick a VS Commodore in a ditch, well, that's where that stays. I'll take the plates and the layers.
That's it, yeah.
You
Go get another one.
Yeah, you stick a Cruiser in a ditch, you drive it out and you straighten the tyre rod. And
belt it back straight with a hammer.
I had my 60 series had a reduced fuel capacity because my brother drove over some hardwood reflector posts and one actually went through the tank and punched the floor up, so the floor was like that.
Oh no.
But you know, that's
brothers.
What you do. Oh mate.
The sump in my TD always had a reduced oil capacity because my dad drove the tie rod through it and just never changed it. It's just something just caved in.
But they changed the fuel tank out and Steve was helping him and they're trying to prime the injectors in the 2H and they killed 2 batteries cranking the thing to get the fuel up, so it was hilarious. So that's what we did.
Poor old car.
Yeah, it's gone now. It's in WA.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I sold to a guy. At the time, I was working 6 days a week and I had the Commodore, the 60 and my 79 series and I was like, I don't think I need 3 cars. What am I going to get rid of? And it was never going to be the Commodore and my 79 had been like a boyhood dream because I learnt to drive manual in my cousin's FT 79 and that's where I learned to do donuts.
Yep.
So I was like, sell the 60 series, get rid of it. It's too much work anyway. Like 3 weeks later, I started working at Superior and I was like,
no.
It's like, oh, so I bought a Sierra, went out to Kim's and tried to get that going. But yeah, it's depressing.
Yeah.
I don't regret selling many cars, but the 79, which is now gone, and my 60 are the two.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
You'd have a few.
Yeah.
Some regrets.
Yeah, I've had a few cars over the years, mate. I don't count. I've got a few cars now. Like
don't count.
Man, I finished building that little shorty last year, supercharged 1UZ in it.
Yeah.
C4 and like works good. Wasn't good enough. Was never happy with the motor combo. And now that's currently sitting in the shed as a roller. I've sold the motor and gearbox out of that to Nick Bale.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
For his Hilux.
He loves a 1UZ Hilux,
He is a 1UZ fiend, mate.
Mate, I remember we were out driving one day, me, him, and Beck, and I think his apprentices at the time, and just saw like a 1UZ for sale.
Yep.
And just pulled up. He's like, I've got to have it. I was like, Nick, you haven't got a Hilux. And then driving to Jano on Hills one day, we saw a guy in an extra cab pulled over and he was having dramas, and Nick was like, mate, if you want to sell it, I'll take it off your hands. I was like, he had the 1UZ at the time. He's like, that's the comment. It's like, dude, calm down.
Loves it. Yeah.
Just loves it.
Yep.
Loves it.
They are a cool little motor. And that's the first like UZ swap I've done.
Yeah.
It was just, it was probably a combination of a C4 auto behind it and a 3000 stall. And
Just wasn't nice to drive.
Nah, it was revving too hard. It was a combo that I had, and I was like, well, it's short, it's going to work in this car. It's going to be easy to get running, and it worked good. It sounded ridiculous.
Yeah.
Supercharged 1U.
1U's always sound good.
Oh,
we
man,
got
it was brutal.
We had a customer with a 200 with a 2U.
Yeah.
Blown to you.
Mate, terrifying. He's like, oh, I think the bushes in the back might be shot. When you accelerate, like a torque steers up the hill, and I'm like, mate, it's just all torque.
Yeah.
He said I think he said it makes like 500 at the tyre or something. Like
Yeah.
it's quick.
Yeah.
And you can hear it coming from a mile off.
Yeah.
Like it's so loud.
Very underrated motor.
I can't imagine that in a shorty, but.
It was good. It was fun. It was like 27 litres to the 100.
Is that the black shorty?
The little beige one.
Oh,
It was
okay.
the black shorty.
Was the shop
that
one?
one that I had
was
out.
shop one.
I took that to Hilux meet one year, and it had diesel growth in the fuel tank. So we converted it to a jerry can fuel tank between the seats. With the hose through the funnel.
So good.
And then won the crawl comp
So
with
good.
2 passengers. because me mate Dobbo in the passenger seat didn't want to get out and spill his beer whilst navigating me through the cones, so we drove the whole course.
It's so good.
And won the comp. Yeah, that car. So it's currently, it was a completely finished vehicle, running and driving, and then I wasn't happy and pulled it apart. So now it's a roller sitting in the shed.
It's all right.
But it'll cop an LS.
My old man had a 40 when we were kids. Well, I actually had it until I was about 20. He wouldn't sell it to any of us boys though. Steve and I were disgusted. It was a split bonnet. But I've always loved them, and then when we went and picked that 40 up for Jack, I was like, there's a mustard one there that I just adore. And I'm like,
nice.
It doesn't have a chassis. All the chassis are cut off at the back wall.
Yeah.
But it's like, I could bring that home. I
do
got
something
room.
with
I got room at the moment. My wife will hate it, but I've got room. She'll hate it, but a mustard 40 would be so good.
Awesome. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I've got a mustard combo sitting at home. So mustard cab, mustard style side for it. It's just sitting there as like a one-day thing.
One day.
Just don't know what to do with that one. Just got it in the corner.
1F, 3-speed manual. Keep it traditional.
I should.
No, you shouldn't. No,
I probably won't.
I
probably won't. Yeah. No, I'll do something with that eventually. It's just, you find good cabs, and I don't know, I got this whole like original patina style thing going, and when you get like matching colours of cars and it all comes together and it just works.
Have you got a desire to have an FJ45V?
They're a cool car.
So few and far between.
They are a very rare thing. I know of a few. I've worked on a few. I've been offered a few.
I think Twisty's got 2.
Yeah, I think he got rid of one.
Might have got rid of one.
He's still got that. He's still got his blue one.
It's cool.
They are like the one we worked on, that white one.
Yeah.
Having that on the hoist, we converted that with power steering, and we put a Holly Sniper on it. And
253 wasn't
it had
it?
a 253 in it. It had a bit of butchering over the years, but it was so unique, man.
Yeah.
Like everything about it, like the way they built the doors, the rear paneling, the floor pan, like everything's just.
Because traditionally, like your 40 Troopies are smooth sides, right? And the FJ45V, Billy mentioned it earlier, we was talking about the B-pillar and that extra cab 47. It's like it's not corrugated, but corrugated is the easiest way to describe it.
It's like a press sort of.
Like a press side. We'll put a picture up, so because people are going to see wondering what the hell I'm talking about. But mate, I hadn't seen one until Dave got his, and it was like, where did they come from?
Yeah.
It wasn't left-hand drive, but it was like a proper traditional resto. I seen one at the Doonan Hotel at
Noosa.
At Noosa, there was one there, and my wife's brother was like, "Oh, look at this thing," and I was like, "Oh, damn!" And it was like built to like, it had like a brand spanking new like worn high mount, big bar on it, like your Cruiser at the front, like it, but it was like perfect. There was like everything on it looked like it was completely
period
brand
correct.
new.
Yeah.
Like it was super cool.
That and the Cadet Blue cabs with the same pressed. It's probably Dave's.
Yeah.
And then there's
white wheels.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then
there's a few around
Sunny Coast.
Sunny Coast area. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the real early Cadet Blue cabs had that same style of pressing on the dash. It's about the only defining difference in them.
Yeah.
Real hard to find. And we found 2 of them. And I not tell anyone about that.
Stumble across them.
Yeah, they're just there, you know.
Yep.
They're not moving. But a split rear window would be cool.
Yeah. I've had a couple cabs with the splits.
Got any split bonnets?
Heaps.
Yeah. I just remember Dad's having that. I love the split bonnet. I reckon they're so cool.
Yeah. Yep.
So cool.
Yep. I think like the next car that I'd like to build would be a mid-wheelbase. But the early like 25, 28, 40 changeover where they had the door opening had like a rake to it.
Yeah.
That sort of shape. I'd build a soft top Middy with that rake door opening.
Round grill.
Do like some sort of tube door arrangement. And yeah, like a raked cage. Yeah, something.
If you want to do something cool.
Something sweet.
You don't like the old army tanks, how they like hand crank those mofos. You got to adapt something like that to an M57 so you can still put your handle in the front.
Hand crank it?
Yeah. Dad's was a hand crank F motor.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yep.
Had a key, but you could hand crank it.
Dangerous thing.
Oh, mate. When I was an apprentice, I was fixing, I had a customer who's a Qantas engineer, and he had a Villiers, a Qualcast cylinder mower with a Villiers single cylinder 2-stroke on it.
Yep.
He's like, it was Dad's. I I've done like this rest. I can't get it to run. Get it going, young fella. Just take your time, play with it on the side. So every now and again at work, I'd have a go at it, and I'd stuff around with it, and I'd hand crank it. And every time I hand cranked it, it'd smack back and it'd smash me across the head. And I'm terrified of hand cranking things now. And it took a rep from one of the companies, Con, who knows everything. Con come out and he's like, how's the timing? I said, I don't know. I think it's right. And we pulled it out and timed wrong. Bang, ram. But I just will not hand crank anything ever again.
Yeah.
It scares the crap out of me.
Yeah, they're a wild thing.
Hey, them old tractors that you put the blank shotgun shell in.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
That's awesome, mate. I'd love something like that. I reckon that'd be a
Just
great...
to have it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like a steamroller. You'd never need it, but you've got a vintage steamroller that starts off a 12 gauge round.
Jim Marsden, Gigglepin Winches, he was at in England a tractor festival, and they had, he's like, man, he's just the stuff they've got here, from like single cylinder steam engines to like just all this stuff of these tractors, and he's just like, I don't know why I've been asked to bring an Ultra 4 car here, because this stuff's way cooler than
Have you been to a tractor pull?
No.
Mate, nothing like it. Awesome. Just that and V8 chainsaws are probably like the greatest agricultural hardware in the world. But like tractor pulls are just awesome. Sled pulls.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
You've seen that 45 series tractor puller out sort of Western Queensland. There's a bloke out there with one. I think it's got a big block or something in it.
Yeah.
Tough, man.
There's not a lot of original chassis in that.
It is tough.
Yeah. Those C-section chassis just twist, man. They're so gnarly.
Loves it.
Yeah. That got off track.
Way off track.
Tractor pulls, man.
Bloke things.
So much fun.
That's it, talking about bloke shit.
Just bloke shit.
Yeah.
Well,
We can touch on that. Yeah, 80 chassis. So
so the 80 chassis.
it started off as 45s. So we started on, I think the first one was a late ute cab, and then we found the variant of an early ute cab.
Fuel tank position.
Yeah, so mounts are different, inboard, outboard, heights, different shit like that. Then we did troop carrier, and then we built Steve's Middy. So then we did a set of mounts for a Middy, early Middy, late Middy. There's only been one that we haven't done yet, and that's early troop carrier. So
not easy to find, but
I finally got my first one at the start of the year, and
Sweet.
I've only ever seen one other. Early floor Troopy, so we'll be doing mount design for that at some point.
So that's like the rounded grill garnish.
Yeah, so
wow.
Yeah, it's a factory soft top, split bonnet.
Yeah.
Still got the factory bows, the factory canvas.
Really?
It was in box. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
It is like, it's one of those ones that I won't get rid of. I'll just hang on to that.
Yep.
Because it's just, you don't see them.
That's cool.
Yeah, like to get the factory bows is like rare as a rockin' horse, so.
Yeah, reproduce them?
We looked into it years ago into reproducing it, and then we just got too busy.
Yeah, fair
So we just we stepped away from that. But like 40 series, like we've done pretty much all the amounts you can for that. Then we jumped into 60s, so 60, 80.
Yep, love that.
So we did the wagon. We did the first one I did was a 1VD, and that was going to be my personal car.
Yeah.
And then a fella I know seen it on Snapchat and bought it. So then I built another one.
Yeah.
And then we've sort of progressed from 60, 80, and then we're doing 75.
You got a red Troopy.
So yeah, Steve-O had a 75 Troopy we did.
Love
that was the first one for troop carrier. Then we took that mount design and made a system for Middy. So like your 73, 74 mid-wheelbase.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah.
So we did a mount design for that. And then we've done ute. So that does 75 cab as well as 79.
Yeah.
So that covers that base. But then like you go through and like we've only really started doing 3D scanning in the past sort of 12 to 18 months.
Did you buy a scanner, or you get them to come out? And
Steve's got a 3D scanner, and then Kyle's got a 3D scanner as well. So we scan a lot. Like any design thing now, scan it.
It's so much easier.
Get it in the computer. So like we've gone through and like we'll do a mount design. Like back in the day, we'd do LS in the 40 series. You'd have that design, and then you'd do LS in the 4080, and then you'd have that design. Then you'd do 55, and then you'd figure out that that's similar to 40, and then you'd do 60 series, which is different again, and blah, blah, and like all the different variants. Then you go and use 80 series frames So then you have a variant of that motor again, and then a variant of that. And like some of these combos, like we'll do LS for 5 different cars, and then there'll be 5 variants of that LS engine mount for a 60-80 build or a 75-80 build or 55. Or, so you go from just making mounts for one motor, and then you have like 11 different variants of that design.
Knowing what I know about cruisers, because I love them and grew up in them. Like you said, your early 40 cabs, your late 40 cabs, different. And then the amount of combinations you could have. Even if you said, I'm only going to do conversions for LS's, M57s, say Barras and 1UZs, just lock yourself down to 4. 4 engines, like 6 chassis, 18 different cab options. It's a lot. It's a big catalogue.
Yeah, well, it's just, like you sit down and think about it, like you just, so many different variants, and like comes time to ordering parts from laser cutting, there is like thousands of part numbers now of what different variants we've done, and like the engine combinations, you know, with LS, Barras, you know, Coyotes, Cummins. There's like 4 variants of Cummins.
13B,
13, 14,
15B.
15B, 4J, 1KD, Godzilla now.
Any 2Js?
No, I haven't done 2J yet. I've been asked to do it.
Yeah.
Never really gone down the road of it. We're doing LT now. So like
late gen LS.
Yeah, so we're doing a build. So the fella that brought Steve's Middy, we're doing a LT4, so supercharged 8-speed behind it. So we'll do mount design for that, and then we'll roll LT design through 80 and 105 scans now. Before we had scan data, we'd be mocking those motors in every chassis. Like
that's a painful
you'd set
job,
this up, and I'd have cars and cabs and everything sitting there, and we'd go, right, hand measure, write it down on a notepad, draw it. Now it's like
it's easy,
scan that frame, scan that motor, and just drop that in, out. All right, fits.
So
fit, good to go.
So you've got obviously your cab conversion products, like you said, to put like say 40 cab, 80 on an 80 chassis or whatever. Your various engine stuff. You're doing like reproduction OEM style bumpers with recovery points. Heaps of that, and that's the beautiful stuff that like finishes those builds off and makes them look cool. So how much of that sort of accessory?
Heaps. So like 40 series chassis, we're still designing components for them. We do a lot of like front cross member replacement, your front bumper. So we do like 6 variants of the factory style bumper. You know, all made out of like 5mm plate. We've made dies to press form the radius in them, and like press bumper brackets that look like a factory item.
Look cool.
Like that there started off with a, I don't know if you can mention names or whatever, but ARB. They brought out their classic winch bar. They mounted to factory bumper brackets on the chassis. So if you had a brand new Toyota, you would go and take your factory bumper off, the brackets would be on the chassis, and then you put the ARB bar on. When they started remaking them, like cars didn't have bumper brackets. And everyone's like chasing bumper brackets. Like, so we're like, well, let's make them. So we made them, and
we used to notice that like the 40s that we pilfer, all just some bull bars welded on. Just
split apart.
You're like, oh man, there's no original mounts here. So they're beautiful, those press form.
So we like make them, like all your rear cross members from all the terrible tow bar designs from the 70s and 80s, all center mounted load points and just tearing them apart. So we've remade the whole rear sections of them. We've gone through and done the whole catalogue of spring hangers. Small eye, big eye, long wheelbase, short wheelbase. You change over years where one had one thing, one had the other. That was a nightmare.
That's a pain to catalogue, and that's something
that was big.
You battle at work. You're just like, oh, you use this U-bolt and this fixed pin and this mount. Oh, but that's that generation. That's that. So that's a different mount at the back, but the front one will be this, and you got your 18mm pin. It's like it sucks. Man. It sucks.
And all this, like, people can just come and just buy all these parts straight off your website as well. Like, it's a full online store. It's not, you don't just do builds.
No, so like I reckon we'd probably have 30% of what we make on the website. There's just so many things that we've made over the years that we've like, it works, right? we've got that in the bag, move on to the next thing. And we're just constantly updating that
administrative side of it.
Yeah.
Like if we didn't have to, my guys didn't have to worry about doing instructions and marketing photos and videos and write-ups and all the stuff for web, oh mate, you could have tens of thousands of products out there.
Yeah.
But it's like, that side's so critical now.
Yep. Yeah.
It sucks.
Well, that's one thing that we've only just started like touching on is instructionals. So like everything that we've made, like it's been made and used on a vehicle. We know it works, but it was just the way everything's progressed. I never got time to record what we did and how we did it.
Yeah.
So it's only in the past sort of 6 months we've like really put some effort into this is how this goes. This is where this needs to go. And sort of like tracking it that way.
Like when we were young blokes, you'd buy a drop hanger for a Hilux.
Yeah.
If there wasn't instructions, you'd just kind of, okay, well that's going to go up the front here, let's weld it in. Nowadays, people want to know every in and out of, I bought a replacement spring hanger. How do I put that on there? It's like, cut that old one off, it goes in the same spot. What's the measurements? It's like, well, yeah, it's hard.
And I get it. Like, I used to get a lot of abusive phone calls from people like, where does this go? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, what's this? What's that? And when you sit down and think about it, like, I get it. Like, it's just
not everyone.
You want to get a product, know how it fits up. Like, if I get something in the post and like it's just very vague,
it's annoying.
You're like, well, what the fuck's this? Where does that go?
If I think of an idea, I take for granted that not everyone can see the same thing I see. So if I have an idea of something, like, let's do this. People just look at me, I'm like, how can you not see it?
Yeah.
And then that's a hard, for my entire life, it's been a very hard thing to fix. I couldn't work in groups at school.
Yep.
That was a no-no.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll look at a product and be like, well, it clearly welds there.
Yeah.
But you've got to do the right thing as customer service agent and be like, oh, okay, not everyone's Rain Man.
Yeah.
Like me. So that's how this goes.
I feel especially, we saw it over COVID, like how big the four-wheel drive industry exploded.
Yep.
So many people came in. Not every single one of those people that's now into the four-wheel drive industry or into cars has grown up with their dad being into mechanical stuff and hanging out in the shed like we were as kids sort of thing. You've got a lot of different people that come into it that they now want to learn that, but they need to be there needs to be a base from them to learn from. Usually a company is that base.
I think another thing that our generation are taking for granted was that, like, if we bought a leafy Hilux and we screwed up a SAS swap, you get another leafy Hilux.
Yeah.
They don't exist now. So the young kid's got a nice car and he's like, well, I want to make sure I do this right because I'm not getting another one like it, whereas we had a plethora of vehicles.
Yeah.
So I can understand. You definitely need instructions.
Absolutely. Yeah. And a lot of it, I've been like very accommodating with advice and like, you bought my stuff, I stand by it. If there's a problem, call me.
Yeah.
I'll help you out. Like, it's going to work. It's just how we get it to
the way
work.
the world is now, but that's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week service.
It is.
And it's really...
It is.
Like I mentioned before, I get a lot of messages on Facebook from people I don't know. Like, hey, you work at Superior, can you explain this to me? And it's like, hey mate, it's 7:30 at night, I'm just tucking my kid into bed. And then, phone the sales team in the morning. Like, but it's not my product, so it's easier for me. But then saying that, I don't do that.
No.
That's a lie. I answer everyone.
Yeah.
So I know.
Yeah, well, you try and help where you can with stuff like that. And I've always been like, I'm very active on all the Facebook groups, with advice on like how you do this. And
it goes a whole lot. Like, even if it's not something to do with your product, you can have someone that some young fella's bought a 40 series and you've worked on 10 million of them, and he's having this issue and you know it, you, as the McKinnon's Cruisers page or whatever it is, go like, hey man, just do this and it'll sort it out. That kid's then going to go like, oh, well, I'm going to go to his page and have a look, and that sort of thing, and it helps your business grow. Like being a nice person goes a long way.
That too, but just so long as people are understanding that you're not always going to get an immediate response. People expect immediate response.
No, that's right.
And no one's on 24/7. It's not how it works.
Yeah, and it seems like my mobile phone number has now become a staple in household of the world. That thing does not stop ringing, and I literally can't tend to that call.
I don't.
You know, it's just you need to email me and get in a paper trail to be able to get a response to this, because like some days, man, that'd be like 70 phone calls deep by lunchtime. And it's me. It's there's no one taking my calls.
No, it's your phone.
It's either I take them calls and I don't get your product built or your car done, or I ignore that call and I'll call you back when I can.
Well, it's like that'd be the same with Facebook messages. Like your boys aren't on your Facebook, so you'd be copping plenty.
Smoked.
So I try not to hassle you too much. But yeah, it's
just send the pokes, mate.
Hey,
just the pokes.
Nah, it's all that's the world we're in. So you can jump online and get bumpers and cross members and
man.
bull bars, sweet.
Yeah, we do a lot of different varieties of bar work for every model now. Like we sort of go up to 97. Anything newer than that, I do a little bit of 105 engine conversions. I haven't really touched on the bar work side of that. There's companies making that stuff.
Tons of them.
There's heaps.
Not great companies, some of them.
Yeah.
We've seen some bar work that's like touching bodies come through the shop and you're like, that can't touch. The body moves.
Yep. I was sort of just refining what we know, and like the product that we can supply makes life easy for a build. So like years ago, you'd be doing power steering swap on a 40 and you'd be using parts from like all different models and like shock towers from an F truck, and you'd be cutting them and modifying them. And I sort of took that, and we make our own shock tower that gives clearance for the intermediate shafts, and like a template for drilling the chassis where the steering box needs to go, crush sleeve switch plates, like all the stuff to make a conversion like that easy. Then we can supply it.
That power steering conversion sucks. I've done that. It's with 60 series parts and it sucks. Nothing good about it.
The first one I did was F truck shock towers, and I did this. I'm like, nah, there is a way better solution to this.
There's always a better way.
And just sort of made the whole process a lot simpler than what it was.
That's good. Like I said, everyone's sport for choice these days.
But not for old cars like that. Like for cars like today's new cars, there's plenty of companies out there making stuff. It's a rarity to get stuff for old cruisers where a lot of it has gone by the wayside. And I think it's good to see companies that are focused on old stuff, because I personally think it's.
But everyone loves them. You'd have a 40. You're a patrol guy.
Is probably, but hey, I'm not buying a Leafy.
No, I didn't say a leaf sprung 40 series. I said a 40. You can do whatever you want. But
one of his or something I would.
MQ chassis under it.
No.
Turbo 3.3 litre.
No.
Yeah, that's a good idea. RB, baby.
If it's older than 90, well, what are they, 88? I don't want to talk about it.
And the fuel tank under the seat, because that's where they belong. They're fun, those
If you're not sniffing fuel, mate, in those things, waiting for it to explode, you don't know what you're doing.
The early cabs, the fuel tank's under the seats. It's not out of the cab. They're like a steel frame.
It's red hot.
It just is something else. You wouldn't want to tip one, would you? You'd be like, oh no.
Nah, some of the cars we get through, and like, I don't know how they've been registered or whatever, and they roll in and we've got to do a few things to them. And the fuel tank, like, you'd look at it and you feel like it's crumbling while you're looking at it. It's just like flaking. You'd smell it. You'd smell that varnish fuel in the tank.
I love that smell so much.
Not good.
Nah.
Yeah, they're a cool old car.
I love them.
Yep.
They're a very, very cool car. And I think you've definitely led the way in building cool Australian ones. I think they're fucking awesome what you're doing.
Yep.
Trendsetter.
Try to be.
Yeah, getting there.
It's like building cool shit. Yeah. Pretty much.
You just like cars.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's right. It's a hobby turned business for me. So every day I wake up, mate, I'm keen to go to work.
How good is it?
When I was on the tools chipping, I'd be like up at 3:30 to leave by 4 and dragging me feet and like, and I did that for 15, 16 years, I suppose. Get up now, mate, in the shed. Right, what are we doing? Bang, bang, bang. Let's do it. Just keen as mustard.
Surrounded by
it helps when you love what you do.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely. Big time. Do you love what you do, Mitch?
What?
Do you love what you do?
It's great.
I do.
Scroll TikTok for jobs. Awesome.
I always tell people going to work at Superior is like just going into a big ass shed with all your mates in it.
Yeah.
You just have a good time every day.
It's good.
That's fun. I love it.
We just throw banter around the shed. It's great.
There are times
the way a workplace should be.
Yeah.
And you'd have it. There are times where you just want to hurl a 11/16 spanner out the workshop door, but
Oh, my phone.
yeah,
Yeah.
was your phone
Yeah,
bounce?
yeah, I'll frisbee it like this. It'd be like playing frisbees, man. I just float that thing out in the paddock and ignore it for the day.
My old boss used to say to me, he goes, I know when you're having a good day and a bad day. I said, how's that? And he said, count how many spanners come out of the workshop door. I used to hurl spanners
Yep.
at in aggression and then go and pick them up.
Yep.
Can't wipe them down, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's,
Yeah.
I reckon if I
Bad
do
days.
that in here when I'm using our nice spanners, I reckon I'll get in trouble.
Yep.
So
Throw it at the
definitely
padded wall.
roll the door up, mate. You'll be right.
straight through the night, so you can
Try not to.
10-metre sign right here.
Yeah, it helps doing what you like.
Yeah,
And having an environment that's like a work environment that's happy.
Yeah, 100%.
So like all the boys that work for us, my wife, she does all of our accounting books, inquiries. Like it's a family business, man.
Yeah.
You know, people that work for us, you know, I've known them a long time. A couple of new blokes come on board, they're all about it. They love what we're
They're a
doing.
good fit.
Yeah.
You know, they're all into cars, they're all into bikes, whatever. Like anything that makes noise, it's just, it's enjoyable. You
Used to
know,
ride
you
bikes.
can go down and work on like the biggest shitbox car and love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think especially with like what you're doing, like in the workshop, like it would be cool because your mind, it's not like you see some like mechanic shops out there that every day some young bloke goes to work and it's like, right, you're doing brake pads and spark plugs today.
Yeah.
But with what you're doing, like,
Yep.
yeah, it's and it's the same with us. Like we get, it's like, right, we're building a 5-inch 37 Cruiser this week. Like it keeps, like the end product is massive. It's not just rolling back out the door exactly the same.
Yep.
Like that keeps the atmosphere higher. I
That's
definitely
it.
reckon.
Yeah.
The best bit is seeing the shit-eating grin on a bloke's face when he picks his stuff up.
That
man.
there, like I'm not
So
I'm
good.
not in this to make millions of dollars. I love what I do.
Yep.
And when you can, if someone can come to you and say, hey, I want this, and you can provide that car for them, and you see their face when they like see it progress throughout the builds, and then the final day of pickup after everything's been engineered and tested and everything works, and they can get in that car. Perfect example, we built a Cummins ute, Cummins powered 45. Nathan picked that up for us and took it to Cape York.
Yeah, right.
You know, it did probably 250 Ks of testing around town, just checking things out. And he took it and did Cape, the Gulf.
How good is that? Well, you took the M57 shop truck and the 60 to Fraser, just island.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
No
Fraser
problems.
trip, towing the camper trailer. Yeah.
That's-
It's just being able to provide something like that to people and have them appreciate it helps. Like you put your heart into like a car, although you're getting paid for it, you're
still
figuring
get
things
attached to
out,
it.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
you're working through it and getting it to a point where you can provide this person something that's not just going to be a bag of bolts and they don't know what's what. Like it's going to be reliable, it's going to be safe, it's going to work for what they're doing.
You know, how many times over the years have you seen mates pay for things and then you're like, what is that? So we'll rewire that car now.
Yep. Start again.
Yeah, it happens. And that's not just full drives. Like that was bad with street cars.
Absolutely.
It was real nasty.
Some of the cars that we've worked on and conversions have been done by street car people. You get them in the shop and you're like, this is not
It's not it.
like fuel regs mounted down like where the spring hanger is. Like, no, that ain't gonna work.
Thanks, mate.
That ain't gonna work, man.
Yeah.
And like, we've had a few setups where like we've quoted the job, can't get it in for X amount of time, so someone takes it somewhere else and then they do the work and it's all wrong. We had one where the motor was, there's a certain gearbox out of a LandCruiser and they're actually clocked on the bell housing 9 degrees. It's out of a 60 series. You make a cross member with the correction to roll everything back where it needs to sit. Well, this mob didn't understand that concept. So they've mounted the box level, so the motor sat on 9 degrees sideways. So this LS is sitting in the bay of this car and she's like this.
Twisted.
Completed.
Slant 6, baby.
Engineered. Driving.
No.
And
Starving for oil.
it's come to us and like it's just, it was a basket case and I felt bad for the bloke and we rectified it. I had to pull it all out. I had to cut all the mounts out, remount everything. Tail shafts were like too short one end, too long the other, and just it was a rectified it, did it like as good and as cheap as I could for this guy because he's just been like smoked by this
Paid
mod.
a lot of money.
And now the car's done, he's driving it, he's happy as Larry.
Yeah, Billy, we have to say thanks for coming out, man.
Yeah.
I love seeing all the builds coming to these. And yeah, if anyone of you guys out there want to see, in my opinion, Australia and some of the world's coolest 40 series on 80 chassis, make sure you follow McKinnon's Cruisers on all the social media. Make sure if you want any of the sick-ass products that Billy makes, jump over to McKinnonsCruisers.com. He has a whole bunch of cool stuff, but thanks for coming out.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Make sure you guys like and subscribe to all of our content as well, because there's heaps more special guests coming on here, but we'll catch up with you guys on the next episode.
Jeez, you got your outros dialed, man.
Yeah.
You were struggling with them for so long. You got that
he makes me do 4.
I know. One for safety. Don't need safety when it's right the first time.
No.
Oh, that's so good.